suburbs of Victoria, Texas. The In Wheel Time gang is here. Behind the camera is Mr. Mike Mars. Standing next to me is the lovely Leslie Nikietico. Don Armstrong here. Glad you could join us in Victoria. This is the county seat, and I guess the county courthouse is over there. You can't see it right now, but Mike's going to point the camera down there, give you an idea. So this is the Old Town Square, and I wouldn't say old because, well, it's a hopping place down here. They've also built a new pavilion back over here to the right, Mr. Mars, and that's where the symphony is getting all tuned up and ready to play. We're just getting ready for the festivities down here to welcome the Hot Rod Tour of Texas, and officially things get underway at 6 o'clock. And I'll tell you what, this is a big change from the last two Hot Rod Tours that we've done, because the Hot Rod Tour of Texas has apparently made enough money where they've bought themselves a trailer down here, a white trailer, and they got it all lined up. We got QR codes to get checked in here, and as you can see, lots of cars all the way around the square here. Everything from Model A's, we saw that earlier, to some real true hot rods, like this one right here, Lucille. See Lucille? That's a real hot rod there. Wish I had that. But we also have the usual suspects. We've got Jeremy's yellow truck, and then right around the tour here, see it? Can you see it? I don't know whether you can or not. It says Hot Rod Tour on the windshield header over here. On the Edsel, well, you know who that is. That's Bobby Sparkman. He kind of heads up all this stuff. But we've got cars from all over the state of Texas, and I think even beyond. 350 cars are registered out here to do the tour. Watch out. This is a bad Camaro right here. You used to have a Camaro.
I had a Camaro just like that.
Yeah, that's a very nice looking and sounding.
Yeah, 69.
Is that 68? Is that
69.
Okay. Well, you know, that's a 57. I got that one. Yeah, I had a friend of mine had that. Ronnie Green had that. Ronnie Green grandmother's car.
Oh.
But at any rate, people are pouring in to downtown Victoria, and it's going to be a great evening. We've got the symphony, as I mentioned, and all of the restaurants and the bars around the square here, they are open for us to imbibe.
And we will.
And we will. We're looking forward to that.
We are.
This is the wine drinker, so she's going to sample some fine Victoria wine.
I'll let y'all know.
And based on my history of what happened last night, I don't know as if I'll be imbibing in anything. I've been suffering today, but I made it here. It's been a long process. And by the way, if you don't know where Victoria is, it's 100 miles, about an hour and a half or so, southwest of Houston, Texas. And spot on the money. We're staying, I don't know, about 5 miles outside, out there by the highway. And I think almost all the hotels are jam-packed here. Looking forward to a great event that kicks off tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Let's see that. What is it? Oh, here you go. Come this way, ma'am.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It's got a blower in it. You can hear the whine from here. That's WHINE. Yeah. Woo! Very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we call a real hot rod, with a blower sticking out of the hood. Well, it didn't have a hood, did it? But at any rate, so the events start at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. We actually meet up, I believe, around here somewhere, and we all pull out of here. Oh, wow. Here's another fine ride. We can sample them coming in now. You can hear them a mile away. Yes, sir. Very nice. He knows what he's doing.
Don, I don't think you realize it, but I am shopping for my next car.
Yeah, well, this would be the place to do it, although I don't see any for sale signs yet. I'm sure that everything is for sale if the price is right. But at any rate, we head out tomorrow, and we head up toward New Braunfels. We're going to have a stop at the Shiner Brewery for lunch, and then we end the evening in New Braunfels and the Stars and Stripes drive-in, and we get to see Smokey and the Bandit there. And then on Saturday we head out and we head up toward Fredericksburg, Texas, and we party up there that night. Well, some people will. I'm probably going to try to fix the bad feeling that I have right now. But at any rate, the tour continues on Sunday, We'll stay the night there up there in Fredericksburg, and then Sunday afternoon we'll be heading back. The weather's supposed to kind of turn ugly on Sunday, so we're going to try to beat it back to Houston. But at any rate, it's a great event. This is our 3rd annual, and we're looking forward to it. And we think that you will too, because Mr. Mars is going to be shooting a lot of video, and we're going to have one of the stops. We're going to return to Samson's Performance up there outside of San Antonio. This is a beautiful 57. Nice car. Nice car.
Nice.
We had a trio of trucks out at the hotel. This may be one of them.
I think that's one of them, yeah.
Yep, I believe it is. But at any rate, everything from late model, there's a C8 Corvette over there. I brought the C5. It's all shined up. I spent a couple hours on it this morning. That hurt. That hurt.
The rain that we got in on the way here hurt worse.
Yeah, it did, but that's okay. So I used Bobby Sparkman's suggestion, and that was to be sure and get some Rain-X. So I did that, squirted the windshield down, didn't have to move the wipers. Jeff Zekin and I worked on the car this past weekend. Yep, that's our friends at the hotel. Jeff Zekin and I worked on the in-wheel time machine this weekend. He helped, well actually he did all the work. I just sat by and watched him do his magic. And his magic was putting a windshield header on the Corvette that you bought, Mr. Mars, that says inwheeltime.com. Turned out great. And then he also helped me fix my windshield washers on the Corvette. So all that's working. Air conditioning works. There you go. Got a little air ride suspension going on there, doesn't he? Yeah. Here's your car, Mars. What? No? See, now that's a real road warrior there. But at any rate, so cars continue to come in. And it shows, yeah. So the cars continue to come in. We're getting ready for our 6 o'clock kickoff. And in the meantime, I can hear the symphony, the Victoria Symphony warming up. And we're going to go over there. We're going to get our lawn chairs out and enjoy the evening and probably get a beverage or so. So at any rate, we hope that you'll follow us along here on the inwheeltime.com mystique of the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. It's on inwheeltime.com, Facebook, YouTube. Am I missing something, Mars? It's on all of the social apps that you could possibly get. Mr. Mars is going to clip together all of these little bits and pieces that we're going to do, and we're going to play that back on our regular time slot on Saturday morning between 8 and 11 a.m. So we hope that you want to watch the whole thing all clipped together that Mr. Mars is going to work on, then that's the time to do it. Anyway, we'll catch up with you throughout the tour. Thanks for joining us.
Lots of really nice Mustangs out. 60 years of Mustangs, so everybody's out celebrating. Old Mustangs, new Mustangs. Here's a nice C5 Corvette. Hard to tell whose that is. Oh wait, could this be the Don Armstrong? It is Don Armstrong in the in-wheel time Corvette. It's Texas, of course. We got lots of trucks too. GT350. Oh, the story I had. Once upon a time, the one that really got away. People of all ages are out enjoying the hot rod tour, particularly this really nice park out here with the city of Victoria. The orchestra, some high school bands playing as part of the 200-year anniversary celebration for the city. And I think it's the 60-year anniversary of the symphony here in town. So lots of things going on. Works out great timing that they decided to work with the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Very much a family event, easy access. Few people out here, but
ProAm Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. ProAm is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. ProAm is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, ProAm's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000 square foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. ProAm not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. ProAm is now reaching a worldwide audience through ProAm.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At ProAm Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and ProAm will lend you a hand. ProAm Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupy Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org. Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th, you're invited to enjoy the 28th Annual Keels and Wheels Concours d'Elegance. See the largest collection of classic cars and boats in the U.S. on display at the beautiful Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. This year's Keels and Wheels features 60 years of Ford Mustangs and Donzi boats. There's plenty of free parking, and discount tickets are available online at keels-wheels.com. It's Keels and Wheels, Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook. In Wheel Time will be there, too. We'll see you there.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Ron Pfeiffer, and this is Ella, and this is our little 66 GTO. I purchased it in '05, and we drive it. This is the original color of the car, and everywhere we go, that goes. We've been in Miami, we've been in New York, we've been in Boston, we've been in Niagara Falls, we've been in Detroit, we've been in Chicago. I put like 35,000 miles on this car. So it's very reliable and it's very comfortable to travel in because we have a little habit of putting a little extra luggage in the back. So that happens. You know, it's been very dependable. I took the automatic transmission out of it and put a 5-speed transmission in it. So now I'm getting better gas mileage and I'm able to run with the speed limit at 75 with about 2,200 RPMs. So I did add the tri-power to it. And the tri-power has been good. That's what was standard in 66, and this is a 66 tri-power on there. The 65s and 64s were smaller carburetors. This has the larger carburetors on it. The motor's been rebuilt. It's a 400. It's an all-roller motor. And I added air conditioning to it. we don't use that air conditioning very much. We go down the road with the windows rolled down. I said, tell her that's her air conditioning right there.
Yep.
We like that, you know. And we like to hear the pipes. We like to hear the noise. So, yep. The interior in the car is all original. And this is it's been painted once. It was painted 4 or 5 years ago. It's a driver. It's not a trailer queen. We drive it everywhere we go. Power tours. I've been on 2 power tours with it, and this one here came up, and I've never been on this one. So we're going to be doing this one with it. And we had an easy ride coming over here from Beaumont. You know, it wasn't too bad. You know, it was 400 and some miles. We kind of eased in here.
I live in Nederland.
How many years have you been on cruising the coast?
I've been in cruising the coast for 22 years. And we have been going down there, and I got a standing reservation in the hotel we stay at. It rolls over every year. Yeah, it was kind of dirty because we haven't cleaned it up since we got here. You know, but originally. Yep. So
do you take the top down?
yes, we usually ride with the top down in the evenings. Yeah, like this. This is an evening to put the top down. Yeah.
Nice and cool.
Yeah, last year cruising the coast, we never put the top up. It was like 76 or 78 outside. We kept the top down all the time. So
does she drive it?
No. I have a 1968 Ford Mustang.
Yeah. Where's it?
It's at home. It needed brakes. I don't think I wanted to be driving without a brake. As fast as I drive, I'd have to slow down way ahead of time.
So, yes, we are car people, period. We go to car shows probably a couple times a month. And we travel. We do them locally, but we also travel to wherever there's a good show going on.
Right.
Ron Pfeiffer,
It's a 66.
66 GTO. This is Ella. And hey, this is our car, and this is what we like.
This is Mike Mars, and we're still out here at the Hot Rod Tour of Texas in downtown Victoria on the square. Big event. The Hot Rod Tour has been working with the city, got orchestras, got lots of dancers going on, a lot of stuff, including cars. And in fact, this is Alan Rothman, and he's going to give us a quick look at his Buick Grand National that he brought over from League City.
That's right.
All right, tell us about this car.
Okay, well, this is it's a 1987 Buick Grand National. It still retains the original Buick 109 V6 block. It is completely built. It's got billet main caps. It's got a billet steel main girdle, stroker crank. It's 250 cubic inches. It has a set of ported TA Performance SE heads. They've been fully ported by Champion. It's got a Champion race intake that's been fully ported. It's got a 6766 precision dual ball bearing turbo. The car runs on E85. It's got an ECU GN. Okay, so it's got a 6766 precision dual ball bearing turbo, TA Performance headers, and basically the car runs on E85. It's got a flex fuel sensor, so it can run on 93 octane and meth or E85. It's controlled by an ECU GN engine control unit, and the car makes right at 700 rear wheel horsepower on E85.
And this is the V6.
This is the V6, yes sir. The car has ran 992 at 137.6 in the quarter mile.
In a quarter?
In the quarter mile, yes sir.
Yeehaw.
And the car runs 6 O's consistently on the draggy on the 60 to 130. whenever we have our weld wheels and tire, the drag pack on it. And the car's pretty consistent. Still retains the 200R4 transmission. It's got a custom converter. The transmission was built by Vince Janis out of Akron, Ohio. It's a full billet transmission. It's got everything you can put in a 200R4 to keep it alive. It's got a Circle D lockup converter in it. Let me open that one, take a look.
Looks all factory.
All factory except for the dash. I do have a fully digital dash display in it that runs off of my ECU, so it gives me all the pertinent data.
Well, for you running like that, you're going to need it.
Yeah, I can power it up for you if you want. It'll take just a couple seconds for it to power up.
Never turn down listening to a hot rod.
Takes about 30 seconds for the dash to power up. Anyway, it's got the original 10-bolt, 8.5-inch rear end. It's been fully built. It's got a Detroit True Track, 342 gears, Mercer axles. Pretty much everything that you can do to a street-going Buick. It's got.
Keep it on the street.
Oh yeah, we drive it everywhere. We primarily built it as a pro touring car, but I do like to drag race it too, and we do a lot of roll racing stuff with it.
That's some nice flames you got there.
Yeah, it'll load into our dash here shortly. The car's got Ride Tech suspension front to back. It's all tubular. It's coilovers front and rear. That's what our custom dash display looks like. It's pulling all the information straight out of the ECU, so I've got good feedback on what the car is doing every time I'm driving it. Full-time data logging. We got to keep a pretty good handle on it when you're trying to make 700 horsepower out of a 35-year-old V6 with old technology. You got to keep it pretty good tabs on everything, but
looks like that'll do it.
Yeah, the interior is all original. It's still original 1987 stuff. The seats, the carpet, the dash, everything is exactly how it came from 1987.
How long have you had this car?
I've had this one about 5 years.
Okay. Been busy.
Yeah, we stay busy with it. I've pretty much redone everything on it, front to back. The car was painted when I got it. The interior is original, but drivetrain and suspension-wise, it's all been completely redone. Car's lowered 2 inches all the way around on the Ride Tech coilovers.
Yeah, you can see on the tires. I thought maybe it was the tires originally, but
yeah.
It looks good like that.
Car handles really well, drives really well. And then we can slap the race wheels and tires on it, go to the track and bust off nines, and then turn around and drive it home.
That is the great thing about it. No putting it on the trailer and having to do all that.
All the accessories work. Factory AC still works. It's actually still on R12 Freon even. Yeah, AC blows ice cold. Got a pretty killer stereo system in it. Pretty much everything you need for a pro touring car that you can still drag race and roll race and do pretty much whatever you want to do with it.
Wow. So now that you got it to this point, what are you going to do with it next?
Right now, it's pretty much in a holding pattern as long as it stays running the way it is. I do have a TA Performance aluminum dart and sleeve race block in my hands that we're going to be building for the future. And that one will receive a Sonny Bryant crank. Same heads, we'll put a bigger turbo on it. We'll probably shoot to make about 900 rear wheel with that combination and still stay just as drivable as this 700 rear wheel combination is. Ideally, we would like to get it to run low 9s and a quarter and still stay in a full pro touring.
Stand right over there. There you go. So is this your first hot rod tour?
No, this is my second. I was here last year. We had this car here for the tour last year. And then when we made it to the Temple, the Little River drag strip at Temple, I developed some rear end problems and the rear end started making noise. So I cut the last day off short last year to go ahead and turn around and drive the car home. I didn't want to try to get further away from home while I knew the rear end was making noise. So we got it home, rebuilt the rear end, and it's been fine. We've raced the car all year. It's got a bunch of pulls, a bunch of miles on it. We put about 3,000 miles on it since the last hot rod tour of Texas. So we're pretty confident that we shouldn't have any problems this time around.
So where do you run it when you say you race it?
We raced it at Houston Raceway Park. The last time we made passes was in December of 23, right before the track closed down. So we haven't made any passes since then. We'll probably have to take it out to either Ennis, to Texas Motorplex, or take it out to Evadale Raceway, which is out towards Silsbee, towards East Texas. That's the only other quarter-mile tracks that are close to us. But we do a lot of stuff with the draggy. We do a lot of roll racing with the car, so we have a pretty good handle on what it does and what we can run with and what we should stay away from.
Where you can and where you can't.
Right.
Yeah. There's another track up in Lufkin that's a little bit more of a drive.
There is. It's Pine Valley that's up in Lufkin, and it's actually an 8-mile track, but I've heard that they're talking about extending that out to quarter-mile.
They're trying to. They got NHRA sanctioned last year, so I think they're actually trying to get one of the regional points events to come there.
Okay.
And if they can make some of those things work, they're going to expand it.
Yeah, I would love to drag the car up there, and like I said, when we went in 992 off of the foot brake. Really only the second pass on the car went 9s. And then we launched off the trans brake, and it left with the front tires up in the air. When it came down, it unloaded the rear suspension, blew the tires off. It actually pushed both back tires into the rear fenders and cut both of my tires. So I was done for the night, but I'm pretty sure that we would have had a high 970, low 980 in the car if it would have stayed hooked off of the trans brake.
You can't complain. You get down in the 10s or lower. I mean, that's stout stuff for
a
street car.
For something running mid to high 9s out of a 35-year-old V6, it's, and the car's pretty heavy too. The car weighed 3930 with me in it, so it's a lot heavier than what people would think it would be. But with the stereo system that's in the car, and we have Dynamat throughout the car to insulate the sound, that adds a good amount of weight to the car. So it's pretty heavy. People would normally think these are 3,500 pounds. And my car was 3720 without me in it, and I'm 210. So it doesn't take much to add weight to it.
Well, it's a very nice car. Unusual. I mean, there's not a lot of them around.
Right.
So
not a lot of them around, and you don't see many of them going out on long road trips, and you definitely don't see many of them drag racing or roll racing or anything like that.
No, they don't. Well, cool. You here for the whole tour?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're going to go the whole tour this year. That is the goal. Make it all the way through the end and head back home.
Very good, very good. Well, we wish you luck. It's a beautiful car. Hope you continue to enjoy it.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
The original group of Lupy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Lupy Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Lupy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupy Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is having another car social Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. It's a car cruise-in like no other. Expect Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Corvettes, and the featured brand Porsche. Get social at this special cruise-in event. You'll also see Gulf Coast Auto Shield's private workshop and learn about their many products and services. Questions are welcomed. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway near West Airport Boulevard, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The Car Social featuring Porsche takes place Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. Tell your friends, and no matter what car you have, bring it and enjoy this rare opportunity to see some of Houston's finest rides. In Wheel Time will bring its Car Talk show there too, so join us for another Car Social at Gulf Coast Auto Shield, Saturday morning, May 18th, 8 to 11 at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. Visit gcautoshield.com to see the show flyer for more details.
Mike Mars here, and we are out on the first full day of the Hot Rod Tour of Texas 2024. Now, I got out a little ahead of everybody this morning so I could get here and kind of get set up and get situated. But as you can see, we're at the famous Shiner Beers since 1901 Brewery. And the cars are going to be coming in here in a little while. We're going to be parked in here, got a lot of things to set up. So people are going to be taking some tours. There's going to be some food. So it's going to be a few hours here. And then it is the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. They're going to load up and we're headed off on another stop. So what we're trying to do is piece together a bunch of snippets from here. We were at the downtown event last night. So we're going to package all of it up together and edit it so that you can kind of get an idea of what the Hot Rod Tour of Texas is all about. Give you a little flavor of it. So we're going to do this all day today, all the way through tonight, even at the drive-in. We're going to have a special movie of Smokey and the Bandit special showing at the drive-in just for the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. So we're going to be there, get some footage there. We're going to put it all together. And then tomorrow morning from 8 to 11 on our regular program, you're going to be able to see quite a bit of the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Unfortunately, tomorrow, Saturday, the second full day, they're moving on, going to other places on up to Fredericksburg, but we can't get all that and package it together for the show tomorrow. So we're going to do last night and all day today and tonight. So we hope you enjoy this view of the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Hot rods everywhere. So officially, the Hot Rod Tour of Texas has hit Shiner, Texas. We are standing outside of the brewery as everybody kind of makes their way in. As you can tell, we got a lot of different vehicles here. It's pretty impressive to see all these different vehicles lined up. You can hear them as well. A little C10 action going on here. So what they're doing is they're going down to the shipping entrance of the brewery and turning around to kind of get them off the highway a little bit quicker as they pull out into the parking area here at the Shiner Brewery. Now it's a big area they've got set up over here with lots of tents. Got some booth vendors are going to be here, going to have a little music going on. Nice square body. That's the kind of truck you drive every day. Ford 69 maybe? Got some big meat on the back of it. And here comes a classic hot rod, 57 Chevy. Classic. Everybody remembers the van craze. Everybody had vans. Here's the Henry, or the Hemi J as it says. Yeehaw! Here comes the 32 Ford that we talked to last night downtown on the square. Listen to this bad boy. It was 392 Hemi. Blower. Head pink head. Give it a little listen. Sound effects. Hot Rods of America Unite. .392 Hemi. Love it. Early Chevy. Hellcat. Smart cars. Camaro. Gotta love it, Camaros. Yep, this is the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. You run what you brung. The main thing is to get out and cruise, and these people are doing the cruising. And this guy loves what he's in the middle of. As you can see kind of over in the background how the brewery has set things up. We've got a big tent, got a stage. Actually, it looks like there's multiple tents for people to sit under. The cars are coming in and they're going to be parking them on the grass. Yeah, this big 18-wheeler doesn't count, but this GTO sure does. 68, I believe. So the cars are still streaming into the Shiner Brewery. Again, they're going into the far entrance so they can kind of get some of the traffic off the road. You can kind of see how it's lined up and goes all the way down to this far entrance, loops back around through the parking lot, coming back around to the area that's designated for parking for the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Some more early Fords. Gotta love a new Corvette, or a good Corvette. Pretty, nice pinstriping. Another new Ford, or late model Ford, early model Ford. 69 maybe. Mustang convertible. Doing great, and you? Yeehaw, 55. How you doing? Another great classic looking hot rod. Mustang, 60 years of Mustang. So it's been a lot of them out here too, celebrating. I believe that's a 69. Ooh. Cammed up. International Ford. Not an International Ford. International Harvester, my bad. More Corvettes. Trucks. There's more cars coming in. They kind of opened up the traffic from the other direction now. But you can see just coming all the way down the hill. They're lined up. So that kind of, you go up that hill and you're kind of going to downtown China. Nice, neat little town. Really cool to see. If you come this way, be sure to check it out along with the brewery. And then we're going to look at some more cars coming in here on the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. T-Birds! Chevelle fans, here's a 70 model. Pair of early Camaros coming through now. Late model Corvette. Yeehaw, station wagon. And here comes a Prowler. Don't see many of them anymore. Early model Camaros are well represented. And again, if you look back up the hill, back up the road here, we can't really get too far up. The line of cars extends all the way up. The line of cars extend all the way up over the hill. It's really neat looking to see them lined up that far and know that on the other side of the hill, you're going into downtown Shiner. So the actual downtown is a little bit off to the right, but it's a real scenic drive coming in, particularly whenever you look and see all these cars coming through here. Got a little bit of everything that's here, and the whole idea is to get your hot rod out, get your car out, and enjoy it. Take a drive with a bunch of friends that you like, and even if you don't like them, take a drive with a bunch of people that are like-minded. They got hot rods, they like their cars. It's all about enjoying the sport and the fact that a family can do this together. So we're going to change traffic patterns. We're backing up traffic here again. How y'all doing?
Been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. ProAm is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. ProAm is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Samson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, ProAm's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. ProAm not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. ProAm is now reaching a worldwide audience through ProAm.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At ProAm Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and ProAm will lend you a hand. ProAm Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupy Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org. Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th, you're invited to enjoy the 28th Annual Keels and Wheels Concours d'Elegance. See the largest collection of classic cars and boats in the U.S. on display at the beautiful Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. This year's Keels and Wheels features 60 years of Ford Mustangs and Donzi boats. There's plenty of free parking, and discount tickets are available online at keels-wheels.com. It's Keels and Wheels, Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook. In Wheel Time will be there, too. We'll see you there.
Yes, Shiner, Texas. Rolling out the welcome mat for the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Got beverage trailers set up. People are taking tours. Really nice setting out here underneath the trees and with the tents. The pavilion that's already part of the place just adds all to it. There's Jeremy. He's still got hair. Got a little bit of everything here. Mustangs, Camaros, Mopars, Fords. Notice this one here from Virginia. I believe Bobby told me there was 14 states who are going to have cars here. So plenty of people coming in from out of state. Not just the Texas thing. Boss 302 Mustang. Don't see many of them, particularly out on the road. People are starting to enjoy their lunch. Got people headed inside the building for the tours. A little bit of everything going on here in Shiner, Texas with the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Here we are again out at the Shiner Brewery on the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. A lot of things going on out here. We got people parking over here, parking over there. There's food, there's tours. There's a tour of a distillery. I didn't even know they had a distillery. People are still lined up to pick up their merch and their registration. The weather is cooperating. And with me right now, we've got Barrett.
Yes, sir.
And Barrett has got this really cool 55 Chevy here. And he's going to show us all about that. He's over from Edna. He drove it over here from Edna, which isn't too far, I don't think.
No, it's about a 45-hour. From here to Edna is about a 45-minute hour.
Closer than Corpus Christi that we were talking about.
Way closer.
So tell us about this classic looking hot rod. You've got a lot of old school hot rod parts on here and it makes it look really cool. Let's start with the engine.
So the engine was a pull-out engine of a truck we worked on at the shop. The customer had us pull it out of their truck because it was smoking. Upon putting their new engine in, we realized it was actually the transmission that was the issue. So we held on to the core motor for a special project, and it just so happens this was it. We've got a few other things. We've got some fender well headers. We've got the power booster that was originally on our four-door build. We upgraded that to Hydro Boost, so we had this laying on the shelf, so we stuck that on here. The transmission was a deal we made with a buddy, a scrap truck. He wanted the motor, I needed the transmission. So I pulled it out, gave him the motor, I got the transmission, so it worked out for both of us.
What a deal.
The rear end came out of our original 4-door build. We upgraded that rear end, and we had some issues with this one, so we stuck it on here so we can make the tour. The radiator was given to us by a good friend actually yesterday, right before the kickoff party. A good friend, Steve Glenn, gave us that radiator, so we were able to make this trip. My OE original 55 radiator had sprung a leak, so it wasn't going to cut it.
So tell me about this forced induction system. I mean, this is definitely old school.
Yes, sir. So it's a B&M 144 forced induction, blower, however you will. It is sitting on a custom modified high-rise intake, and it's got a custom billet adapter, which will pretty much allow anything with a 4-barrel carb intake will accept this blower with the proper modifications to make it plain for the belt system. The fans and the fuel pump were both from my late uncle's 55 Chevy. He passed away. He'd give me these parts before he passed, and we've had them on the shelf looking for something cool to put them on, so went ahead and ran them on here. Utilized some of these parts we've got laying around. It's got a quick fuel carburetor. It's a turbo 400 transmission, 305 rear gears.
I keep coming back to this B&M blower because now you're getting into my age stuff.
Yes,
but
sir.
the way it's machined right here, and it's made to clear this water.
Yes, sir. So naturally, when you get these intake or these blowers, they usually come with a very short intake, which don't allow for much airflow to actually happen past the blower. So that's why this was originally cut out for the water net, because it used to sit right on top of it. But now that we're running this intake, it's moved it up.
And you've got this plate here as
yes,
well.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So if it was just a standard 4-barrel aluminum intake, I guess you would call this a medium rise?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm just fascinated because you're getting into stuff that I know a little bit about.
As far as the engine, it's pretty much stock from what I can tell. It does have a mild cam in it.
You got disc brakes up front?
Yes, sir. The disc brakes we had purchased for our 4-door build, but we didn't realize when we ordered them that they will not work with drop spindles. So we've had those on the shelf just sitting there collecting dust. So we got rid of the drum brakes on here and upgraded to those just to give us a little bit more stopping. You got to add a little bit better brakes when you're adding more power.
True. Now, so you've got the drop spindles on it.
No, not on this one.
Not on this one.
We ordered that brakes originally for my 4-door, but we put drop spindles on that car, so we couldn't use them on there. So they're pretty much just collecting dust. We've got the rain gear hidden wiper system on it, just to give us some extra clearance for the blower and the distributor. Normally the OEM wiper motor would sit about here, and it's just real big and bulky. So rain gear makes a pretty slick system, very easy to install. A couple bolts here. It's got a little delete plate. What else? So the tachometer was also from my late uncle's 55. He'd give me that. I've had that thing for probably 10 years trying to find something to stick it in.
So all these parts you're getting from these people?
From friends, family, parts we've had sitting on the shelf. Yeah, we named it spare parts, and it's literally 90% of the stuff on here is spare parts. We did spend some money where needed. We did put a new painless harness in it. We did put new brake lines on it.
And the wiper system and things.
Yeah, wiper system. Necessity stuff.
Yeah.
Tires. I mean, we wanted to go down the road, but we wanted to make sure we were going to get to where we were going.
Right, and the disc brakes up front are going to help you stop.
Yes, sir.
Drum brakes on the back?
I'm sorry?
Just drum brakes on the back?
It's got disc brakes on the back as well.
Oh, disc brakes all around.
Yeah, so we had this rear end under my 4-door. I took it last year on the 23 Hot Rod Tour of Texas. We couldn't get the correct rear end in time, so I ended up having to tune it and run with the stock rear end on last year's tour. Since then, we've upgraded the rear end in my 4-door, so we had this one just sitting on the shelf, which was actually nice because we had problems with the one that was in the car, and we were able to just grab this one and bolt it right in. So we did modify some shock brackets and stuff of that nature.
Nice to have the parts and nice to have the place to do it.
Yes, sir.
So how long have you had this car?
This car I actually haven't had very long. I've probably had this car for a couple months. We've probably been working
Just
on it.
been real busy with it.
We've really probably put in a solid 2 weeks on this car. That's how long we spent on it, and not straight time. I mean, we worked around.
Sure.
I've got a shop there in Nedness, so we worked around our schedule, worked around other customers' vehicles, stuff of that nature, just to get her
the fact
going.
that you had a lot of the parts handy instead of having to go chase them helped a lot, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. But we've definitely been getting help and support from everybody, which is super cool.
So what's next for it? What are you going to do next? Or what?
Drive it, enjoy it.
What would you like to do with it next?
Man, I would love to paint it, but shiny paint causes stress, you know? Keep it simple and enjoy it. That's the goal.
How about come back over here in front? Let's kind of wrap this up. So, yeah, you're right. I like it better over here. So yeah, shiny paint can be a problem even with the truck that we drive. We've got it wrapped for the show and things.
Yes, sir.
And just constant wear and tear, the rock chips on the paint, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't match. I mean, you get custom paint's hard to match, but try matching some lettering,
Oh yeah.
and it gets really bad. So you're going to enjoy it. You're going to drive it. That's your son you got
Yes,
with you?
sir. That's Axel.
When he was talking around out here, he was looking at it and helping us show it off here a few minutes ago. He really enjoys it too.
Yes, sir.
And I think that's one of the great things about the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. It's not so...
It's not competitive. It's
exactly
a lot of camaraderie.
a lot of fun, a lot of socialization.
Yes, sir.
You can bring the kids, you know, you can sit out here underneath one of these umbrellas or the canopy and have lunch with your wife or the kids. It's really a lot of fun out here.
Yes, sir.
So what do you think? You got it figured out? Got it all figured out? Ooh, he's got his own with a blower on it. That's the way you do it.
High five.
I found the car.
Yeah, it's got a blower just like this one. Good job.
All right. Well, thank you again for
Hey,
letting
thank
us
you.
look at your car here.
Yes,
Hope y'all
sir.
enjoy the rest of the tour. You going all the way through to New Fredericksburg?
I'm gonna try. We're gonna do our best to get there.
The original group of Lupy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Lupy Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Lupy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupy Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is having another car social Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. It's a car cruise-in like no other. Expect Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Corvettes, and the featured brand Porsche. Get social at this special cruise-in event. You'll also see Gulf Coast Auto Shield's private workshop and learn about their many products and services. Questions are welcomed. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway near West Airport Boulevard, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The Car Social featuring Porsche takes place Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. Tell your friends, and no matter what car you have, bring it and enjoy this rare opportunity to see some of Houston's finest rides. In Wheel Time will bring its car talk show there too, so join us for another Car Social at Gulf Coast Auto Shield, Saturday morning, May 18th, 8 to 11 at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. Visit gcautoshield.com to see the show flyer for more details.
Well, I'm going to say the Hot Rod Tour of Texas has officially landed in Shiner. And they've really rolled out the welcome mat. Lots of tents set up, umbrellas, vendors, got a stage set up for later. Actually putting the cars out here on their grass, which is kind of a unique for this place. But there's so many. 2 of the parking lots are already full. 350 cars, I think, are really close to it. And they're using every inch of space they got here. Yes, Shiner, Texas. Rolling out the welcome mat for the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Got beverage trailers set up. People are taking tours. Really nice setting out here underneath the trees and with the tents. The pavilion that's already part of the place just adds all to it. There's Jeremy. He's still got hair. Got a little bit of everything here. Mustangs, Camaros, Mopars, Fords. Notice this one here from Virginia. I believe Bobby told me there was 14 states were going to have cars here. So plenty of people coming in from out of state. Not just the Texas thing. Boss 302 Mustang. Don't see many of them, particularly out on the road. People are starting to enjoy their lunch. Got people headed inside the building for the tours. A little bit of everything going on here in Shiner, Texas with the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. It's a really nice GTO. And if you're old enough to remember what this is, then you're old enough to be here. Hot Rod Tour of Texas. The Shiner Brewery, Shiner, Texas. Well, we're still out here in Shiner, out here at the brewery, talking to a lot of people, a lot of things going on here. We got lots of cool cars that are out here. A lot of people still eating lunch before they head off to the next stop on the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Weather's cooperating. It's really a nice day, so if you see this and you're thinking about next year, keep it in mind because they do sell out early. There's a limited number of cars, and you can kind of see why. There's a lot of stuff going on, including Colby Owen here with his 1950 Ford truck. Kind of a unique vehicle that's out here. It's a little bit different from some of the others, and he's going to show us around his truck.
So I have a few trucks, a couple rat rods, just bought a 79, actually a 72 Chevelle wagon I really wanted to bring, but it's not completely done. So opted to bring the Ford out, a few quick selling points on why I brought this one is reliability. Got a 350 Chevrolet in it, doesn't get much better than that. And power steering, power brakes, and AC. So not knowing how humid it was gonna get, brought the old Ford Silverado, is what I refer to it as, because it's silver.
Silver,
it's a
yeah,
Ford, and it's got a Camaro front clip under it. Pretty mild 350, a little bit of a king. So I got power brakes, I got power steering, and I have AC. So that was my
It's
decision.
kind of humid out here today,
Yeah.
so it's well worth it.
Yeah.
Good choice.
And, we'll do a little quick look on the inside. So it just had a basic stereo. I didn't get super crazy, but got a flip up radio with Apple CarPlay so you can use your nav.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, makes it fun. Got 4 kicker 6x9s in it. Nothing crazy, but you can definitely hear it. And tilt wheel. Got a GM tilt wheel in it.
Makes it easy to get in and out.
Yeah. Got a little bit of some of the things like the interior lights. They were in here when I got
Nice.
it. They're LED.
Yeah, but nice touch though. They don't take up a lot of room.
No, and they're super bright at night. It's got Dolphin gauges instead of Dakota Digital. They look nice.
They fit really well.
They fit well.
They did a good job on that.
Makes it nice.
Column shifter, so you don't have it down in the floor.
Sure. And then I got the custom drink holder from O'Reilly's.
Oh yeah.
You can snap it out and then put it in the center if you want it in the center, you know. I splurged.
Center console.
Yeah, there we go.
All the way.
Center console. So
Metal running boards?
Yes, sir.
Are they original?
They're original. The previous owner put the fuel tank in the back and took it out. You'll see on the other side where the fuel used to be behind the seat.
Okay.
But it's nice to hang out. Throw the lawn chairs in the back. You want to sit on the tailgate? You sit on the tailgate.
So what about the rear end?
It's got 373 gears in it. It's got a Ford 9-inch rear end. And you can see
Good
I got
choice. Good choice.
Dual exhaust here. A little bit of sound. I didn't want it obnoxious.
No,
LED lights. This side you might be able to see the radio a little better. Definitely not a show car. You can see kind of a poor job where they patched the hole.
Where they filled it in?
Yeah. But
that was there when you got it.
it was that way when I got it.
Well, how long have you had this truck?
About a year. So, you know, things are work in progress.
They are all a work in progress. I don't think you ever really get finished with one.
So that's the problem. I have 4 going at the same time, and I got a shop full of LS motors, and I'm trying to decide what to put an LS motor in. And I had a Winger machine in San Angelo just dynoed my 502 big block, so that may go in my 79. Actually the 72 Chevelle wagon I just bought 2 days ago. So next year the Chevelle wagon will be here.
We kind of looked at that for we've got a late model Ram truck with the logo and everything on it to haul our gear in. And we kind of looked at doing something like that, but we couldn't find one that can we really drive this 20,000 miles a year?
It's going to be probably a supercharged LS in it. Yeah. I mean, I'm all about a show car, but it's something nice just to pull up and you're done.
Well, that's the thing that we like about the Hot Rod Tour of Texas.
Got a variety.
There's some kids out here. There's plenty of things for, family atmosphere.
Well, you can go from mild to wild. So, like me, I bought this truck and I don't have much money in it, and I'm out here having just as much fun as everybody else.
Exactly. And you're sitting right next to, I guess that's a C8 Corvette and a 73 Ford Monte Carlo.
Yeah, there's everything. So
exactly. And everybody's out. So you were telling us about your other trucks with the LS projects?
Yes, sir. So next year, my goal is to have the 72 Chevelle wagon.
Right, yeah.
With the LS swap, AC working, lots of room in case it rains. I have everything in the back. This is my first year, and I already know I'm coming back again. Guaranteed.
I asked Bobby, and I said, we were downtown last night. Did you make it downtown on the square?
Yes, sir.
I said, man, you're going to have a tough time beating this next year.
Yeah.
So
well, the word gets out how much fun it is, and you see people sitting on the side of the roads like a homecoming parade. They're enjoying it. Then it inspires people to get cars and dust them off.
I think you're going to see a little bit more of that. Last year they made it past a couple of schools, and the school literally brought the kids out to see the parade. I mean,
That's
it's
great.
It's just a big fun time on the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Colby, we
Yes,
want
sir.
to thank you again
Thank
for sharing with us your 50 model Ford with a Chevrolet engine.
My Ford Silverado.
Ford Silverado.
Yeah.
One of a kind.
Well, I'm sure there's a few like it. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. ProAm is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. ProAm is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Samson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, ProAm's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000 square foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. ProAm not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. ProAm is now reaching a worldwide audience through ProAm.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At ProAm Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and ProAm will lend you a hand. ProAm Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupy Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org. Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th, you're invited to enjoy the 28th annual Keels and Wheels Concours d'Elegance. See the largest collection of classic cars and boats in the U.S. on display at the beautiful Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. This year's Keels and Wheels features 60 years of Ford Mustangs and Donzi boats. There's plenty of free parking and discount tickets are available online at keels-wheels.com. It's Keels and Wheels, Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook. In Wheel Time will be there too. We'll see you there.
There's more cars coming in. They've kind of opened up the traffic from the other direction now. But you can see just coming all the way down the hill. They're lined up. So that kind of, you go up that hill and you're kind of going to downtown China. Nice, neat little town. Really cool to see. You come this way, be sure to check it out along with the brewery. And then we're going to look at some more cars coming in here on the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Few birds. Chevelle fans, here's a 70 model. Pair of early Camaros coming through now. Late model Corvette. Yeehaw, station wagon. And here comes a Prowler. Don't see many of them anymore. Early model Camaros are well represented. And again, if you look back up the hill, back up the road here, we can't really get too far up. The line of cars extends all the way up. The line of cars extend all the way up over the hill. It's really neat looking to see them lined up that far and know that on the other side of the hill, you're going into downtown Shiner. So the actual downtown is a little bit off to the right, but it's a real scenic drive coming in, particularly whenever you look and see all these cars coming through here. Got a little bit of everything that's here, and the whole idea is to get your hot rod out, get your car out, and enjoy it. Take a drive with a bunch of friends that you like and
even if you don't like them. Take a drive with a bunch of people that are like-minded. They got hot rods, they like their cars. It's all about enjoying the sport and the fact that a family can do this together. So we're going to change traffic patterns. We're backing up traffic here again. How y'all doing?
Comb that hair.
For a moment.
Yeah.
So we're still here in Shiner, Texas, where we are talking with all the people on the hot rod tour. No, not all. So we're still here in Shiner, Texas. Sun's trying to come out a little bit, so it's a really nice day. A lot of vehicles here on the ground, and some of them are still coming in. A lot of people coming and going. It's a very relaxed atmosphere of the hot rod tour of Texas. It literally is going across Texas for 3 days. If you're interested in bringing your car out and joining in some of this fun, particularly bring the kids, you can do that. And see a lot of the hot rods and meet a lot of the people, like Gene Sully from Moretta.
That's correct.
I got it right. And he's got his 79
Chevrolet Big 10.
Big 10, big square body. Lots of square bodies here. It's very popular right now. And Gene is going to show us around his truck and tell us about it, because if I understand correctly, you're the original owner.
I am the original owner. I bought it on January 3rd, 1979 in Rowena, Texas. I still got the canceled check where I paid for it. I got a handwritten receipt where I sat down with the dealer, Mr. Middleton, and we went through this option book, and he wrote down in hand each option that we ordered, and then the truck came in and I picked it up.
So you actually special ordered it the way you wanted it.
I did.
And
yes.
you still got it.
I still have it. 370,000 miles.
370. So you're out of the average range of turning vehicles over every 10 or 11 years. You kind of missed that.
Yeah, no, we on the farm, we buy them, we keep them, we drive them. It has 370,000 of farm miles before we parked it, and it's set for some time, and then my sons came in and put an LS motor in it. This motor in it is a 6-liter LS LQ9.
Let me get to where we can see this a little bit better.
All right.
All right, so tell us about your LS here.
Well, after 370,000 miles and multiple small blocks, we thought it was time to move up, and the boys found an LQ9 and put it in there. And
the boys
then
being your sons?
My sons, yes. And this last year, come about Christmas time, my son Brandon called me and said, I'm going to borrow your pickup for a minute and tidy it up. Little did I know he's going to pull the heads, change the cam, heads, and put a LSA blower on it.
Just tidying it up for you.
Yeah, tidying it up.
Just cleaning it up a little bit, Dad.
Yes, the mileage went down a fraction, but the power is unbelievable. Running about 700 horsepower now. It has a 373 rear end, a Posture Track that he built, and really we've only put 1,000 miles on it since it's been back on the road with this blower on it. But it's run very well.
Still got the air conditioning.
We had the air conditioning. We did away with the original box that sits here and put in vintage air. Vintage air goes
nice.
up underneath the dash.
Right.
Has its own controls. Really works well. Frees this up. It's hard to get back to the plugs and the header bolts down here, but because this box would have extended way out.
Yes.
So that's really been nice. I remember over the years fighting it myself, and we did have to go to that braking system. That's a hydraulic boost instead of the vacuum. Once you put the blower on, your vacuum is gone. So the hydraulic, the brakes were so hard to push. I drove it one time to the city. I said, that's not going to work.
Fred Flintstone, huh?
Yeah, so Brandon put that on there, and now they're really good. Yes, sir. The blowers, I didn't realize the blowers, they have their own cooling system. Has this 12-volt pump that will pump the fluid through a separate radiator. It'll pump through and then return it to cool that blower.
Yeah, the Hellcats come from the factory like that. They were kind of the first ones I ever saw with that, with an independent cooling system on the supercharger.
I did not know that, but it's cool. Really been a trouble-free truck.
Nice job on the headers too. I was looking at those. They kind of Kind of maybe a tight fit, but it looks like coming up from underneath, they probably came in pretty easy.
Yes, they fit well. They're bigger. The original headers with the first LS motor. The first LS motor before the supercharger were smaller piped. We came in with bigger headers, went with 3-inch exhaust back to the axle.
Okay, okay.
In the cab, we ran with
Now these are factory looking wheels you got on here too.
Yes, sir. Those actually are the original wheels. I think we replaced the centers. The chrome rings are some original rings. We sandblasted the rims and painted them. Try to keep it as original other than underneath the hood. Inside, right, parts chaser. Inside, these gauges are Dakota Digital. We went with the retro style.
But you've got the outside bezel is still there.
Yes.
The original one.
Yes, these looked so identical to the original gauges.
Is that part of the package or is that something you created?
It's from Dakota Digital, but you can buy them. My son bought them and installed them. Of course, this here's the vintage air controls. That was a real big deal. And then got a boost gauge over here, and it just snapped right in there in the glove box. So, in the ashtray. Ashtray was a cool place to put the boost gauge.
Yeah, nice fit too.
Yeah, it just popped right in there. Of course, we got the minnow bucket for our console to hold drinks.
Just in case, absolutely.
Yeah.
I really like these gauges and the way they look. I had a 76, it had a similar layout and stuff.
Yes.
But it wasn't near as functional as what you got right here.
They're really nice, and I really enjoy the retro, still keeping them the same. It's so easy once you install them, plug and play.
You were the original owner, so why not keep it just the way you bought it?
Exactly.
There was a reason you bought it that way.
That's correct.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Still basically the stock factory suspension?
It is. We did a few bushings. Have not even done all the bushings. Even all those years is unbelievable. And it drives really nice. Had to put a new bumper on it. They get roughed up pretty good. But
farm truck. It says right there.
Yes, sir.
Farm truck.
Yes, sir. It's pulled many a cotton trailer back in the day.
How funny. It's pretty remarkable. How many
It had 370 on it when we put the LS. We drove the LS 17,000, and then he put the blower on it. So now we're at 388.
I was going to say, don't make me do math this time of day.
388,000.
388,000 miles. That's pretty impressive.
It's amazing how long vehicles will go if somebody wants to
take care of them.
Take care of them, spend just a little bit of time on them.
Yeah, that's the thing, taking the time to do it. But a lot of the new vehicles, people look in the owner's manual, you don't have to change the oil except every 10,000 miles or every 15,000 miles.
Right.
Yeah, try and put 300,000 miles on that.
Exactly, for sure.
Well, you got a lot of nice aluminum here, and it looks really good. Really nice, neat installation for everything.
It turned out well. It's not a drive-by-wire, it's drive-by-cable, which still gives you a more realistic feel.
Right.
You can get some of them that are drive-by-wire, but no, we went for the original style where you can feel it.
Yeah, looks really good.
Well, thank you. It's been fun.
All right, hold that thought. Okay.
Hey, can I drive it?
Back right. Yeah, I'll turn back right here. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
So Colby, I want to thank you again for letting us.
Gene Gully.
Gene. So Gene, I want to thank you again for showing us your truck. It's really amazing. 380.
Woo! I've got to do the math again. 386,000.
A lot of miles on this vehicle, and you're the original owner.
Correct.
And you haven't repainted it. I mean, this is
no, sir. It's the original.
This is the driver. This is what you would consider a hot rod, even though it's a truck, square body Chevrolet. It's very popular, and with the power plant you got in it, it ought to really be a good farm truck.
It's fun. It's fun. You get to John Deere in a hurry.
Thank you again for talking to us.
Yes, sir.
We really appreciate it. You're going to run all the way through Fredericksburg on the
We
tour?
are.
Very
Yes.
good.
We're going to do the whole thing.
Very good. Well, enjoy it.
We will. Thank you.
The original group of Lupy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Lupy Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana? Stop in at the Lupy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupy Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is having another car social Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. It's a car cruise-in like no other. Expect Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Corvettes, and the featured brand Porsche. Get social at this special cruise-in event. You'll also see Gulf Coast Auto Shield's private workshop and learn about their many products and services. Questions are welcomed. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway near West Airport Boulevard, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The Car Social featuring Porsche takes place Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. Tell your friends, and no matter what car you have, bring it and enjoy this rare opportunity to see some of Houston's finest rides. In Wheel Time will bring its car talk show there too, so join us for another Car Social at Gulf Coast Auto Shield, Saturday morning, May 18th, 8 to 11 at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. Visit gcautoshield.com to see the show flyer for more details.
At the Samson's Performance Center when the Hot Rod Tour of Texas kind of winding the day down, but we ran into Ian Kotz. We saw his truck, this Dodge, last night down on the town square, saw it over in Shiner, and finally found the man himself. So we're going to ask Ian to kind of give us a little tour of your unique vehicle here.
Okay, it's a 1971 D100. I have Crown Victoria front end from a 2005 Crown Victoria. It's on the original frame. It's a 5.7 liter pre-Eagle Hemi with the 5-speed automatic.
Okay.
It took me probably I've had it like about 15 years, but I've only been driving it for about 2. I would say this, that my wife, we moved a bunch of times, and I was doing real good, and then he was born, and that just put a stop to things. But
strange how that works, huh?
Yeah.
But now you got a helper.
Yeah. So once I got going on it, and then just got real bogged down in body work and paint, I'd say.
So you do most of this kind of stuff yourself?
I did it all myself. That's probably why it took me so long.
Very good. The tires and wheels?
So these tires and wheels, they're just 20s, and these were some junk wheels that I bought to, as my brakes kept getting bigger as I was building it, I went from 15 to 16, and then finally I just bought these for $100. But once I got it running, my wife said, there's no money to buy wheels, so you're just going to have to run.
Make do with what you got.
You got these, put some new tires on, and just run these for a while. And so
you got disc brakes all the way around.
I got disc brakes all the way around. They're all from they're Mustang discs.
Okay. So let's talk about this rear suspension. I mean, there's some engineering going on here.
So it's a 4-link that I kind of just designed on my own using an online calculator or whatever with numbers, and then just put it together. And then this bed flips up because I did the frame, and then later on realized that I put the tank, it goes in from the top. And I was like,
how are you going to get to it?
How am I going to get to the fuel pump or the tank? And so I was like, well, then I'll just make a frame that seats out of a Dodge Ram, but I didn't really like them, and so we got these Corbos, and I still have the center console from the Ram in there.
Tilt wheel?
It's a tilt wheel. It's the aftermarket whole column.
Okay. Have the air conditioning vents in the dash?
I do have air conditioning. I don't want to have a car in Texas.
That's kind of mandatory.
And then this was like the trend at the time. Pop exhaust out the side, and so I just cut some circles and put them on and ran it out there.
Very good. Very unique, very clean looking. You've done a great job with it.
Thank you.
Okay. So you're going all the way to Fredericksburg?
We are.
Oh yeah. Very good.
Trying to hit every stop.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and that's one of the things we really like about it. It's organized, but it's not like a show where you got to be here at a certain time. It's kind of relaxed. You bring the kids if you want, take the time, they can enjoy it. Wife, you know, it's kind of a family atmosphere with the cars, and that's what we really like. Is you get down and enjoy the hot rods.
It's a lot of fun. And this guy's come with me like twice on the tour. He came last year and we came this year. And then today some guy asked me if I wanted to sell it. And he's looking at me like, no.
So he stepped up and
He's already said
he took that question for you.
when you die, I'm taking it. So, yeah, no, we're not selling it.
No.
Just pass it down.
All right, sir. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah,
We
thank
hope
you.
y'all enjoy the rest of the tour. And see you in one of these days. All right, guys, be careful.
Hello again. We're still out here at Samson's here in New Braunfels. Samson's Performance and Restoration Center. They build race engines. They do tuning. They do lots of stuff here. Really nice facility. This is one of the stops on the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. In fact, it's the last stop today before things head off to dinner and the drive-in movie that's coming up later on tonight. So joining us now is Michael Rez and his 69 Cutlass. He's got this Cutlass. We've seen it, saw it over in Shiners, saw it 2 or 3 different places. And it's 442.
There you go. It's a little bit better than the Cutlass.
Yeah. My bad. So we're here with Michael with a lot of cars. We're here with Michael in his Oldsmobile 442. This is a performance edition, and he's going to give us a quick tour of his vehicle. So let's start up here with the engine.
It's a 455 big block.
So you got some headers on it.
Yes, sir. It's got about 4,000 miles on the motor. It's previously built it maybe about 2 years ago. I don't drive it much. When I purchased the car, it only had 38,000 original miles on it.
Oh.
So I have about 45 right now.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where you want to drive it, but you don't want to drive it too much because it's still low mileage.
Exactly.
So did you get it from the original owner?
I sure did. It was one owner before me, and how we found it is we do mobile maintenance work. And I used to have a 72 Cutlass years ago that my brother had left me in the service, and I sold it, done.
I understand. One got away.
Yes, sir. And always wanted another one. I was thinking to the passenger seat where Cody had, and our doors were open. He was like, "Man, it looks like a Philip." I'm like, "Turn around." And asked the gentleman, "Do you want to sell it?" He was like, "Well, I'll tell you what, if you can bring me 10 grand within one day, it's yours." He goes, "I know what they go for. I've been looking online." And I'm giving you the car pretty much. So,
But you got to do it today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I called my wife up, and she's, what do you need 10 grand for? I said, an investment.
It's a good way to put it.
Yes, sir. And I actually still have the drum brakes all the way around. That's how it came. A lot of people say I'm crazy for doing it. I got a lot of power underneath the hood now, but not too much stopping it.
I like the way the chrome wheels, I mean, it's nice bright chrome, but it kind of goes along with your gizzles and stuff.
Yes, sir. It's an original bench, 4-speed car.
Nice. You're the second owner. That's awesome.
I was going to tell you, I still have the original spare, but I took it out with the luggage, but I have the original spare that's never touched the ground at home that I took out.
That's a hard shifter in there. Is that factory?
Yeah, yeah, she's still breaking in actually. So I'm kind of babying her still.
Okay. You going all the way to Fredericksburg with
Yes,
the tour?
sir.
Very good. So what are you going to do to it next?
I told them next thing I'm doing is I'm gonna actually put some AC in it.
There's some aftermarket companies that make some really nice units that won't be real intrusive.
Well, yeah, I've been walking around and I see a lot of the vintage air in a lot of these vehicles. Right. And, they seem to do pretty well. I've been asking around, and it looks like that's the way to go.
Yeah, they're in San Antonio, so they're not that far away.
But yeah, the motor, the actual car comes with a 400. Okay. The gentleman I purchased from, he had a buddy that had a 69 Hurst Gold. Right. That totaled the car, and they took that motor out. So that's actually a Hurst Gold motor. Just that motor alone is worth a lot of money.
We won't tell if you won't tell. All right, Michael, we appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the Hot Rod Tour Texas Cruise.
Quick break.
ProAm Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. ProAm is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. ProAm is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, ProAm's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000 square foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. ProAm not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. ProAm is now reaching a worldwide audience through ProAm.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At ProAm Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and ProAm will lend you a hand. ProAm Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupy Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org. Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th, you're invited to enjoy the 28th annual Keels and Wheels Concours d'Elegance. See the largest collection of classic cars and boats in the U.S. on display at the beautiful Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. This year's Keels and Wheels features 60 years of Ford Mustangs and Donzi boats. There's plenty of free parking, and discount tickets are available online at keels-wheels.com. It's Keels and Wheels, Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook. In Wheel Time will be there too. We'll see you there.
Well, we're here again at Samson's Performance. Now, this is their performance and the racing center. It's in New Braunfels. Kind of the last stop on the day for the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. We left Shiner a few hours ago, and now we're over here. Again, nice place, a lot of nice cars. And now we're here. We're going to be talking with Brian Hood.
That's correct.
Brian Hood has got this 63.5 Ford that's kind of unusual, and we're going to let him kind of take us around it.
Okay. So this is a 63.5 Galaxy 500. I just put the new motor in. It was actually a 390. I stroked it to a 445. So it's got a dynoed at the flywheel. But the dynoed at the flywheel.
Somebody's wound up.
Yep.
Absolutely. So it's dynoed at the flywheel of 540 horsepower and 580 foot-pounds of torque.
Very good.
And the braking oil was taken out of it on Tuesday, and
so it is a fresh motor.
Fresh motor.
Fresh build.
Yeah.
So that's probably around 1,000 miles right now on it.
Okay. And obviously it's very streetable. Now you don't have typical tube headers on it, but it looks like a header manifold.
It's actually a header from a 406 Ford that they used in NASCAR for the 62s.
Okay.
And so Kugel Components remanufactures a replica of it for these engines. So it's a new
Works
platform.
better than a tubular header setup, or
well, it's a shorty. It's like a shorty header. It gets around the power steering and other things.
Oh, that's true.
And then on top of that, I added Sniper EFI on it, so it's fuel injected.
Very good.
So
that's when it looks, at least from here, kind of like a carburetor. Well, you can set up on it and everything.
Yep. So I haven't had any. It starts right up. So.
Okay.
Here, got the interior was redone by a previous owner. It's an XL-like interior. It's somebody that sees the Galaxy will notice the differences. I also added a gauge cluster in the middle of the dash there. That's custom. A guy out of Kansas City makes it out of sheet metal, so it's exhaust tubing and sheet metal made specific for the Galaxy, and so I into that.
Nice.
So I wanted to kind of keep that classic look to it.
Okay, got the classic lines, everything's still there.
Yeah.
Going back to the dual exhaust. How long have you had this?
I've had this 4 years, and I did not initially go look for a 63 Galaxy 500 for my car. I actually was looking for a 70 Mach 1 Mustang, flew to Ohio to buy it. And long story short is I got there, it wasn't exactly what I wanted. I saw this beauty here and I fell in love with it. And the kind of the history behind it, why I consider it, my father had one when he met my mom. Okay. When they got married, and he actually proposed to my mom on a 63.5 Galaxy. So,
a lot of sentimental value there.
When I was telling them about it, my mom, my dad was sick, and she told him about it and started showing him pictures, and next thing you know, he's like, "You gonna get it?" I was like, "I don't know." He says, "Well, why would you get it?" I said, "Because it reminds me of you, Dad." And next thing I know, here we are. And
sentimental value.
Yep. So.
I was noticing the tires and wheels on it. I mean, obviously they're not the regular tires and wheels, but the back ones are tucked up pretty nice. Did you do something with the suspension back there?
No, I think the previous owner had kind of lowered it a little bit. Probably took the leaf spring off.
Okay.
Kind of just shortened it.
Right.
I rebuilt the front end, and I put coilovers in the front to kind of lower it a little bit on the stands.
Okay. Did you do the hood, or did you come that way?
This car was like this on, except for the engine.
Yeah. Somebody did a nice job on it. It's all straight. Looks good. Fiberglass, the whole hood's fiberglass.
It's been a lot of fun.
So, is this your first hot rod tour of Texas?
No, I did it last year.
You did it last year? Did you have this year?
With the other engine, which I had
360.
oil on my windshield, and every wheel cylinder busted on me, and I made it. So,
the joys of a hot rod.
Exactly.
Very cool. So, what are you going to do with it next?
Well, have some brake issues. The drum brakes. So next thing is when I get back to Dallas, I'm I actually got a V-belt system from CBF that I put on it. I threw several belts last trip too, so I was like, I'm done with V-belts. Yeah, so. So yeah, it's been real dependable.
Have you looked at something like the Vintage Air? Is that kind of what you're thinking, or you
something like that? I gotta look around. But you know, CBF has some. They also have some additional pulleys on this for add that. I actually might add power steering to it with the system, so I can have power steering. This manual drum brakes right now, manual steering, no air conditioning in Texas. The only other thing would be Texas. In North Texas, and the only thing that takes the task level down is it's automatic. So if it was a stick shift also, I mean, yeah, it's pop on it.
Mike, very good. All right, sir. Ron, we appreciate it. Appreciate you very much. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the tour. You going all the way to Fredericksburg? Oh, absolutely. Very good, sir. Well, maybe we'll see you someplace else. Sounds good. Thank you.
We're still hanging out here with the Hot Rod Tour of Texas at Samson's Performance and Restoration in New Braunfels, Texas. Wonderful facility, making lots of room for everybody to get in here. So we've got lots of nice cars. And we're going to be talking here for a minute with Ben. I ran across these guys at the hotel the other day, and they've been laughing and having fun ever since they got here. Even this morning when I went outside, and they were under the cars working on them because of some little issue that came up. So it's kind of the heart of the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Some guys, they're out, they're having fun in their cars. So we're going to kind of talk to Ben. He's going to kind of tell us what all they brought. Let's start with this one.
Absolutely. So this is my dad's 1969 Nova. We've got a 6-liter LS, little mild cam in it. It's got a TKX 5-speed and 373s in the rear end. Just pretty much all the goodies to it. Hydraulic clutch, good brakes up front. It just cruises. Hard to keep tires on it, really.
Does your dad know you got his car out?
Oh yeah. No, it's yeah. If he'll let us drive it this trip, that's really it.
Yeah. Well, it's got some nice looking stuff. Some good work on it. Got the radiator. Got some upgraded suspension components in it.
Yeah. Yeah. We put it together pretty quick too.
How long has your dad had this?
So this car, originally we got it, it still had the inline 6 and a 3 on the tree, and that was probably about 10 years ago. And then we started doing some work on it. This car had been hit in the back quarter panel, and so it was just the whole back quarter was crumpled. And so we, in the midst of working on that, ended up moving houses, and it got parked for another 7 years or so. And so we just pulled it out at the beginning of this year in January.
So Dad's a hot rodder too.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It's a full family thing, really.
Okay. So let's move over here to the Camaro and see what we got. Now your buddies are sitting all back there hiding because they're shy. They're shy. So let's see what we got here at the Camaro.
All right. So this is my 1980 Camaro. I got this when I was 15 in high school. It's my first car. I've got a Summit crate motor, 5.3 in here, with just a 4060 and a stall, and then just 370s in the back. You'll see a theme going as we go through these cars.
It's automatic, right?
Automatic,
yeah.
Yes, automatic with a stall.
3-speed?
No, it's a 4-speed. It's the 4060, so it's got overdrive. So at 70 miles an hour, I'm running 2,500 RPM all day.
Oh,
so.
decent. You can keep it out on the street that way.
Absolutely, yeah. This thing, it's a highway monster. This is where it really shines on the highway. Yeah. It's fun.
How long have you had it?
Since I was 15, so 10 years. I've had it 10 years. I'm only 25, so.
Just curious.
Yeah.
All right, the interior's pretty much stock?
Actually, when I got this, the guy that I got it from left it in his garage and let all of his cats in it. And so when I got it, one of the first things I did was tear all the interior out. So
yeah, there's a little joke there, but we'll save it.
I've redone it more recently in the swap, and I'm really beginning to enjoy it again.
Well, good. That's kind of the whole point of this, getting out and enjoying the cars. That's one of the things we really liked about it. Particularly coming to someplace like Samson's where you just park it and you go check everybody out, talk to people, and meet a lot of new people. So let's talk about this Chevy.
Yeah, 65 Nova. This is my uncle's car, and
some more of that theme going on.
Yeah, some more of
the theme. This is also an LS swap with a 406 unit, automatic, 370s in the back. So this is Gen 4 block, 5.3 with a good cam in it, and this thing, just like the rest of them, it just cruises right along. Handles good. This is a Mustang 2 Heights front end. There, so it's got rack and pinion, coilovers on the front. All three of the cars have cowl tracks on them as well. Mine also has coilovers.
Yeah, cold air inductions, things like that. So, yeah. So this is kind of like this morning when y'all were out here working on them and stuff. You know, your buddies were all helping you, handing you tools and things like that. You were the guy that was under the car.
Well, I have, yeah, we've all touched the cars all over, but my dad and I are the ones pretty much every Saturday we're out there working on it.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, getting under it. I worked at a Honda dealership for quite a few years and stuff, so I like to hop right in there. I like to hop right in and get it done.
Well, I think it's great that you guys kind of teamed up together. Y'all came down from up in the Dallas area?
No, Fort Worth, so Godly, pretty South Fort Worth, Godly.
Okay.
And so it was about 5 hours or so to go down. We met up with some other people in Fort Worth and cruised down with them. Kind of had a little
little convoy.
Yeah, a little pre-tour deal, and just had a grand old time.
Well, I think that's kind of what the Hot Rod Tour Texas is all about. It's not real structured like a car show where you got to be here at this time. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to. I mean, I don't know when y'all left Shiner, but I mean, when you got ready to go, you got ready to go and you left.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things we love the most about the trip is it's structured, but it's not so tight that you can't go off and see the things you want to see, or when you're ready to go, you can go and go eat where you want, see beautiful places around, but then you can also come back.
Meet people like us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're meeting people from last year that I never thought I'd see again, but it was we saw them so many times over the trip, we ended up knowing their name, remembering, and didn't know they were going to be here again this year, and we're running into them again. So
and there's always next year.
Always next year, yes.
All right, man. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk with us.
Of course.
Appreciate it, and we will see you on the next Hot Rod Tour of Texas.
We'll see you then.
The original group of Lupy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupy's. It's located just off I-10 of the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Lupy Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana? Stop in at the Lupy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupy Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is having another car social Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. It's a car cruise-in like no other. Expect Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Corvettes, and the featured brand Porsche. Get social at this special cruise-in event. You'll also see Gulf Coast Auto Shield's private workshop and learn about their many products and services. Questions are welcomed. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway near West Airport Boulevard, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The Car Social featuring Porsche takes place Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. Tell your friends, and no matter what car you have, bring it and enjoy this rare opportunity to see some of Houston's finest rides. In Wheel Time will bring its car talk show there too, so join us for another Car Social at Gulf Coast Auto Shield, Saturday morning, May 18th, 8 to 11 at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. Visit gcautoshield.com to see the show flyer for more details.
ready?
Yeah, we're rolling.
On the Hot Rod Tour of Texas here at Samson's Performance
Restoration. Yes, sir.
Because there's several businesses here on the compound,
Yes.
as it were.
Yes.
So Alexis is part of the family, the Simpson family, and this is kind of your forte over here, isn't it?
Yes.
And so tell us how the whole system is laid out here. This is all the high-end finished stuff, or about to be finished.
Yes. So me and my husband Alan, we own the hot rod shop. So we have a full restoration shop. We do performance style builds. That's kind of like our forte, what we like to do. We're standing in our mechanic shop right now. In the back is our metal fabrication shop and body shop.
We'll go back there in a little bit.
Okay, and then we also have Brian from So It Seems. He does upholstery.
Yep.
His own
He's
business.
back there in the corner.
Well, he has his woodworking area in there, but he sews up there. Yes, so he's in-house with us. He's his own business, but he does pretty much all of our vehicles. And then we have Philip, who does 3D printing. So he can literally 3D print anything you want. So he works really closely with Brian and us to make all sorts of cool little knicknacks, door panels, all sorts of stuff
Really?
for our vehicles. Oh yeah.
Nice.
So.
Yeah. So it's latest state-of-the-art stuff here, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is a multi-million-dollar operation here.
Yeah, you can say that. That's kind of cool to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. We don't think about that too much, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
So.
it's certainly transitioned into that. The nice white painted floors. And,
Yes.
yeah.
My husband wanted the white floor so bad.
Yeah. Well,
So.
I think that this is new in the past year, is it not?
We've been in this building about 2 years now.
Okay. So the floors are 2 years painted.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, pardon me. I guess I just didn't notice the floors last time, but they really stand out this time. Tell me what you got in here.
Okay.
57 Chevrolet?
Yes. So
Customer's car?
Yes. So pretty much all the vehicles in here are customer vehicles, except for my husband's in the back. We have a shop truck back there. But this one is a 57 Chevy Bel Air. That one is a full restoration that we're doing. That one is a Cutlass. That should be the next one to be finished. Right now, Brian is doing the upholstery on it. So he has it right now, and that's mainly what he's been working on. We got a 77 Scout. And then this one is new, this Camaro. I want to say it's a 67. We got a 65 Mustang.
Yep.
And then we have another 57 Bel Air that we just put a new chassis on, doing a lot of mechanical upgrades to that. He's a really good customer of ours, repeated customer. He always comes in here for stuff. So that's the latest that we're doing on his vehicle.
I really like the wheels on it, but we'll get into that another time. So this car here, was it brought to you this way?
Yes, so we have not painted this one or anything yet. He's a repeat customer. He just brought this one to us maybe a month ago. I think they pulled the motor out. And so it's in the mechanic shop because I believe it's going to do some mechanical stuff. I'm not sure if we're painting this one just
Is
yet.
that the engine there?
Probably.
You don't know? That's all right.
Probably. I told you to ask me too many technical questions.
No, it's okay. That's not too technical. So there's the engine and a transmission that goes somewhere. We're going to assume it's that one since it's
I think so. I think my mechanic Paul set it up real nice like that so that, makes sense, right? That it goes there.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the back.
Okay.
All right. And we'll come back through and we'll go up to the pretty part of this. The real pretty part.
Where my race car's at.
Yes.
That's the pretty part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay, so this is
this is our metal fabrication,
Yep, metal
and then our paint and body shop. So we call it our dirty shop. So Brian's got his woodworking area over there.
Gotcha.
And then we got our paint booths over here. So this one's a primer
wait
booth.
a minute, this is a car shop. What do you do in wood here?
So, well, because he does upholstery, right? So
yep.
if you look at the back of the Cutlass, he does woodworking first, and then he'll wrap his panels, sew, all that good stuff. So we make him do that over here in the dirty shop.
Multi-talented.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
Brian's very talented,
Yeah.
yes.
This here looks like it's a custom job. A lot of frame work, maybe a complete frame on this?
So yes, my husband, this is our shop truck, his shop truck, and he built the whole frame on this. I think he has a front clip on there, but he built the rest of the frame.
Yep.
And so I know he just we got new seats for it when we were at SEMA, and we got new pedals in there. He was working on the pedal adjustments, and then my brother Dylan was over here yesterday, and they were talking motor stuff, getting that motor ready to be built.
So this is a work in progress when they have time to get to it.
Yes, we're actually fortunate enough now that we have enough employees where they're billing on the customers' vehicles, and my husband finally has time to work on some of his personal stuff.
So where's the TV show here?
I don't know.
Well, we're suggesting that maybe perhaps it's going to be the in-wheel time, and we'll be situated here in your shop.
Whenever you want.
Whatever,
You're welcome
whatever.
anytime.
Whatever we want
Yeah.
is what you want. Okay. All right. So let's look over here and see what we got over here.
Okay. So this is a 65, I believe, a 65 Impala. So he is also a repeat customer. So the funny thing is he had a Bel Air that he brought to us first, fully built, everything was good on it. There was one minor little imperfection in the paint. He went to a car show, met one of our customers, said, "Who painted your car? Because that's what I want." And we completely repainted his Bel Air that he just got. And then since then, we've done we did like the engine bay, all sorts of stuff to that car. Then he had a Chevelle built, brought it to us. Pretty sure we repainted that one, did stuff, a whole bunch of stuff. So finally I said, "Steve, stop bringing me cars that are already built and let us build you one." So here we are. This is Steve's.
Did he go out and find the car?
Yes, he did go out and find this car. And so I'm so excited to finally build Steve a car from scratch.
Yeah. A big block in it too.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of cool things going to happen to this one.
I can see it already in my mind. I do like the what is that? A '60 Chevy wagon?
It is an Impala wagon, and it is a golly.
It's got the big fins on the back. It's somewhere in there.
I want to say it's a 72.
No.
No?
No. It's the 59. 60.
Oh, it is a 59. You're right. I'm so sorry. It is a 59 Impala wagon. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yes.
I like it.
So this one's really cool too. The customer that originally brought it to us, unfortunately couldn't finish the build. So we found someone that was willing to buy it, someone that wanted to buy it, someone we knew. And so he bought it, and we get to complete this one because we were really excited to build this one, and we were really sad that we maybe weren't going to get the chance to do so. But it all worked out, so it has a new owner, and it gets to stay in our shop, and we get to finish it.
Love that. Ector Fire Department.
So that guy is a part of the tour, Shane. And so he brought that to us, I want to say a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Or not even, maybe a month or so ago. And so we did some metal fabrication inside the cab. And I think that was mainly what we were doing on it right now. I think he's going to take it home. He might take it home today, and then eventually he'll bring it back for us to continue on it.
I hope he's going to change the tires and the wheels on it before he takes it home.
Yes, those are not something that we
yeah.
want to keep on those things.
Those are shop tires that you
yes,
roll it around the shop.
to move it around the
Yes,
shop to make it
yeah,
easier.
exactly.
Yes, sir.
I love the go-kart. Have you driven that?
I do drive that one. I have not raced it yet. So it's out right now because my husband has been working on it because he races tomorrow. So him and my 6-year-old son race go-karts right down the road. It started off as
Is it the Samson track?
Samson.
Samson
but
track?
No, it's not. It's Hill Country Karting Complex right down the road.
Well, that's waiting to be bought.
Yeah. One day. If I could afford a racetrack, but...
Yeah. So
It's
do you know
cool.
anything about this?
I know.
bet it's really fast. It looks fast.
It is really fast, and it's really fun to drive. It's been a learning curve for us since we come from circle track. It started off as getting my son a go-kart to race, because he could start at 5. So he's been doing it for a little over a year now. But of course, once he got one, we had to get one to help him, to coach him, right?
Right.
And
this is it.
Yeah. So I do get in there every once in a while, but my husband races it because he's letting me race the Legacy stock car full time this year. I get to race it full time. So he's focusing on the go-kart.
You don't have a race tomorrow night?
I don't have a race tomorrow night. It's May 4th, and then May 11th, and then there's like one every month after that. So.
Where, around here?
In Houston Motorsports Park.
Been there many times.
So,
yes.
But they race tomorrow. My husband and my son will race tomorrow. So it's exciting. Yeah, he's doing good. My son's doing real good.
So what do we got here in the paint booth?
So this one is a 66 F250. It's on an 08 diesel frame. This one we did, gosh, I want to say at least 7-8 years ago. It's back in here. We had to do some touch-up paint on it, and then he wanted to do some mechanical upgrades to it. So, yeah.
So the repeat businesses. When we did this 8 years ago, I want to redo something on there.
Absolutely.
You get that a lot, don't you?
We do. Well, I don't know where that truck's at, but we have multiple repeat customers in here, which is awesome. That means they trust us, they like our work, they know we do good work and we're honest, and so it's really nice when they come back to us.
Where is that husband of yours? Are we going to interview him later?
He's right there.
There he is. He's hiding.
Hiding because he doesn't like this stuff.
So we're going to get to him in the next interview.
Okay.
After we get done with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
He'll love that,
Okay.
especially by himself. Make sure you do it by himself because,
Yeah,
he feels
all
real
right.
confident in that.
So this is something that is in the early stages of being built.
Yes, and I'm trying to even think what this is.
This looks like a Challenger, Charger.
Oh, yes, it is a Challenger.
Yeah.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm glad you know cars.
Well, I see that you got some rear quarter panel work being
Yeah,
done back there.
I've got 2 small kids. I'm in and out of this shop all the time, so sometimes it's hard for me to keep up with all the stuff going on in here. But yes, that is a 72 Challenger.
Okay, so let's walk up front. And
Okay.
Then we're going to talk your special place up front.
Okay, my race car, where my race car's at.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my baby.
Come on, we're going to go up here.
Excuse me. I can't believe you didn't notice the white floors last time. Were they not clean enough?
No, they were. The whole place is spotless, but no, I guess I didn't. It really stands out because you've got this nice, beautiful Camaro.
Oh yeah, that's your favorite right there?
God, yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I just got? It's on its way, actually. I got a bus, a Volkswagen bus coming for me.
13-window bus?
No, it's a pop-top camper,
pop-top,
a 74.
Yes.
My father-in-law went to go get it today. It's in Florida.
I can't remember the name of the company that made those. But the Volkswagen pop-top bus, because the bus came here and then they cut the hole in it and they made the pop-top. There's a name and I can't remember right off the top of my head. Okay.
Mama gets a hot rod now too. I have
Love
one.
that.
Yeah.
So, well, these look like little hot rods.
They are little hot rods.
So this is a legacy car.
Yes.
This has got a motorcycle engine in it.
No, sir.
It
It has
does not.
a Mazda B22 truck engine in it. Yeah.
I got
so.
you.
Not a lot of horsepower, but it's all momentum. You got to just keep up your momentum
Yes.
when you're racing.
And what about this one?
So this one used to be my brother Dylan's. So back in the day, that's how I met Alan and Dylan, was racing these cars. And then once Alan and I got married, he bought a big car. We sold my little car, so then I took over Alan's little car. But then we ended up buying Dylan's little car. And so my husband's going to get that one fixed up, and he'll come out and race with me. So.
And that also has a Mazda engine.
Yeah, they're the same. They have to be all the same engines in these cars.
Gotcha.
So they're pretty
well, what
much.
am I thinking of when it comes to the motorcycle engines?
There's.
So these are the legacies.
There's Legends, maybe Legends.
Legends, that's what it is.
They have the
They have the motorcycle
engines.
engine. They fly like these things.
Oh yeah. Well, I think they're probably a little faster than ours. Probably.
But this is all so much fun.
Oh yeah. These are very sporty. So the track is usually about a 2-lane track. But with these, because they're smaller than a full-size car, I mean, you can go 3, 4 wide. You can kind of bob and weave a little bit. So to me, they're a lot more fun, I think, driving.
Of these are fun to me.
Yeah.
So this is also the souvenir shop, parts department, and everything else?
Yep, so we do have a little speed shop in here. So you can see we got, oils and all sorts of stuff. We got miscellaneous fittings.
Yep.
So stuff that my guys use on our builds, but then also for, people to be able to come in and buy.
So in other words, when they need something, they come in here and I'll take that.
Right, and then if it's not in here, then we can obviously order it for them, and then I got my little merch area over there.
Your little merch.
So.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave you now because the other part of this belongs to
Dylan. So that's my brother-in-law. So that's Alan's twin brother. They're twins, actually.
Oh Lord, there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
How's that working out for you?
I mean, I've been racing with them and hanging out, for so long that, Alan and Dylan are, even though they're twins, they're fraternal, right? But they're very different. So, you get your every once in a while kind of, bump heads working with family. But, we love Dylan and, we like being here. It's very convenient. We do a lot of things together, so it's nice.
So y'all kind of share the property here?
Well, a little bit. We own our property and our building. Dylan owns his property and his building, and then the rest of the property is owned by their parents.
Gotcha. So. And I noticed that since the last time I was here, we have a huge fireworks place in the back.
Yes.
Look at the smile on her
yes.
face as she says that.
It's funny because, so before the buildings were built, Alamo Fireworks used to have 2 booths. They used to rent up in the front from my in-laws. And then we started running them after like the first year that they were here, and then we started just doing it all the time. And it was fun, you know, until the buildings got built. Then we're like, okay, we're not going to do it anymore. But then Alamo has been so obsessed with this property and how well their booths do here that they worked out a really sweet deal with my in-laws. So they built that building right before New Year's. They had it up in like 6 weeks. And then in 20 years, my in-laws will actually own that building. So that's why it's gray to match ours, because normally they're white.
So you pop some pretty good fireworks out here?
Well, since they built the megastore, we can't, because they keep the megastore full of fireworks. Versus like, you know, the booths, they would, you know, take them back to their warehouses in San Antonio. But since these stay stocked, we can't pop fireworks anymore. Maybe little snakes, you know, we can do with the kids and sparklers, but not big ones.
Thanks so much for talking to us. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I'm glad y'all are here.
Quick break. ProAm Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. ProAm is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. ProAm is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, ProAm's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. ProAm not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. ProAm is now reaching a worldwide audience through ProAm.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At ProAm Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and ProAm will lend you a hand. ProAm Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupy Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org. Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th, you're invited to enjoy the 28th annual Keels and Wheels Concours d'Elegance. See the largest collection of classic cars and boats in the U.S. on display at the beautiful Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. This year's Keels and Wheels features 60 years of Ford Mustangs and Donzi boats. There's plenty of free parking, and discount tickets are available online at keels-wheels.com. It's Keels and Wheels, Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook. In Wheel Time will be there too. We'll see you there.
Here's the man behind the shop. In my world, the shop is the engine part of it, the heavy-duty stuff. And boy, it smells good in here. It's like roses to a florist. How was that?
That's what I think so.
Dylan Samson. So you met him last year here on the Hot Rod Tour, and we are in his shop here on the property at Simpson's Performance, and lots of changes.
A lot of changes.
You know what I saw right off the bat?
Yeah.
First of all, the motorcycle thing.
We'll
go over there in a
Yes,
minute.
yep.
But man, the jewelry that you have over here called engine blocks.
Yes.
Let's go over here.
Let's go check them out.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see
tell me, give me just an overview. We can't go too deep into all of this, but dude, hello. This is this what kind of a motor
This is a Jaguar out of an E-Type. E-Type Jaguar, I think it'd be early 60s or so. We do a lot of these here recently for E-Type of America. And we go from a 5.3 to a 6.1 strictly off a bore. So there's a lot of work that goes into these. But
I can see that.
Yes, there's a lot of work. But I mean, they're cool. You know, like normal, the first one kind of takes a little bit of time, but from there we got it. We've done quite a bit of them here recently.
Are these new sleeves?
These are. Yep, very new. Yeah, we got to go in there and kind of bore everything and get all of our heights right on everything.
So,
A lot
is
of
this all
time.
blocked and decked before you put the sleeves in?
Correct. Yep. Yep.
Man, that's
yep.
a lot
Yeah,
of work.
we do a lot of work on these things.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And
but-
what do we got over here? A small block LS?
Yep. So this is that's a
Look at me.
6.2 liter. Yep.
Yeah.
LS. So that is for our Trans Am series stuff. Our TA2 program.
Okay.
That's what this
Racing
is. It's
engines.
racing. Yep. Trans Am series.
Now, what differentiates this engine from, say, LS7 engine?
A lot, and that you can look at them and not really tell a whole lot of difference, but the combination it is a lot different. This is a 6.2 liter versus the LS7 stuff is a 7 liter. The bore's different, strokes different. A lot of differences there. They look very similar,
but the block is definitely different.
Definitely different. Correct. Yep. No, it is. It is
So
different.
you can't no crank exchanges or anything
No,
like that.
no.
Gotcha.
Yep,
This is specifically for racing.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Love it.
Yeah.
And this one here?
This is actually my dad's block. This is came out of his '66 Cuda. It's a LA Series Chrysler. Small block
speaks to
Chrysler.
me.
Yes. Yeah.
It's 60s. you
Yeah.
know?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
it does
No,
that.
that's it. Yeah. We
So
just finished up
these
that
are
one.
all in the process of where are they in the process?
So they're all
They seem
pretty
to be
much
lined
ready.
up here.
Correct.
Ready for crankshafts and that sort of
Right,
thing.
that one's finished. That's as far as we're going on the Jaguar.
Yep.
Typically, we will short block him or long block him. That one's going to the assembly room next. That one, he's got a race coming up for that one. And then probably this one, this is family members, so they got kind of work in, you know. but they are ready. We may have to final clean them one more time, but other than that, for the most part, they're ready to go.
Wow.
Yeah.
And let's see, what do we got here?
This is a 426 Hemi.
A 426 Hemi.
426 Hemi.
And what does this device do?
So this is a line hone. So this is where we correct all of our mains. So this is really where it starts. It will start here. We'll
And
get
this is the
our
magic
main.
here.
That's it. Yep. And we got several
So
different
that
sizes.
big thing, it's kind of like, well, I don't want to get into the medical aspect of it, but they shove it in there and they turn it around.
Yep,
and it
pretty
makes
much.
It makes everything all lined
All
up.
straight. Yep, lined up. Right. We got to
I'm
start
sorry,
there before
I'm sorry, I got to bring it down to my level.
that is.
you understand?
Yeah, you're pretty much correct
All
there.
right,
Yeah.
okay. Man,
Yeah,
you've got so much equipment here. My
Yes.
God, you've got millions of dollars in equipment.
There's a lot here. Yeah, there is. There's a lot here, and I still got more.
And
but
you know,
I'm running out
the
of
funny
room.
thing about it is, I had a brother-in-law that was in the machine shop business. And these old things here, he swears up and down by them because they're made differently than the new stuff.
Correct.
And that looks like an antique there.
Yes, no, but it's still
And it
faithful.
works.
It's faithful.
Sweet.
It works
Yep.
great.
Yep.
Yep.
More engine blocks.
Yeah, that's some Ford stuff. That's some new LT stuff. That one
You do
is.
some turning stuff here, obviously.
Oh yeah. That's
what do you
really,
what do you turn over here?
a little bit of everything. You know, we'll make our own fixtures for stuff, and spacers, or kind of whatever. You know,
Whatever's needed.
Well, we use those daily.
How many mechanics do you have?
We got 4 people who work here. Yeah,
4?
Yep, 4 of us.
Including
Yep,
yourself?
Yep, including me. Yep.
Man, this is a big shop for 4 people.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Y'all stay busy here, don't
We
you?
do.
Is this a
covered
Monday
up
through
with-
Friday operation?
It is. Yes, it is. Yep.
Well, I love the cleanliness of it. It speaks
Thank
volumes about if I want something done, I want it done right, and not some dirty old shop. And this
Correct.
is you've done a great job.
Thank you.
man.
Thank you. Yeah,
Well,
no, I
it's
appreciate it.
beautiful. It really is.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that there's an engine that's partially built, or
That
being
one
torn
just
down.
came in. That one's going to be torn down and go through. That's kind of a street motor. We don't do a whole lot of these, but yeah.
What do you
that's,
do the majority of?
We do a lot of course, a lot of endurance road race stuff. That's mostly what we do. We were doing a lot of Fords.
Endurance road racing.
Endurance road race stuff.
I guess
So
by
like
word of
Trans Am-
mouth.
Trans Am, yeah, and just being there, just being there, at Coda or wherever,
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's mostly what we do, endurance road race stuff.
Gotcha.
We still do some like this is land speed stuff. This one just came from Bolivia, over there on the salt flats over there. So there's a vintage little Ford that we just finished up. That one's ready to go. It's a brand new motor.
Brand new.
It is
It
fresh
pretty
off the
much-
dyno.
Yeah.
That one we just finished dyno on that one earlier.
Is that an engine dyno?
Engine
or
dyno.
chassis dyno?
Engine dyno. Yep, engine dyno.
Do you do any chassis dyno
No,
stuff?
I don't mess with the cars. I don't work on the cars. I want to pull the motor, bring it to me. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's it. Yeah,
Mhm.
we don't do anything with the car base.
Do you do like regular motors for like hopped up
We
Corvettes
will.
and stuff?
Yeah, we'll do anything if they want to do it right. That's the biggest thing. We have our way of doing things, and we don't really venture out from that. 'cause
Well,
we
I've
it
got
works.
an LS1, a 2001 Corvette. It's got
Okay.
33,000 miles on it. And I've been talking about, hopping it up maybe a little bit.
Yep.
And I looked and read a little bit about putting a blower on it. valve spring issues, and then you put more boost to it. Then you got cylinder wall issues.
Right.
Am I on the? Are we breathing
You're on
the
it, right? Yeah, you're
so
on it.
I don't know about putting any boost on this thing. 'Cause I don't want to spend too much money on it.
Right.
And there's a guy in Houston that's got a dyno chassis too.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about working with him a little bit.
No, nice.
What would you recommend with something like that?
As far as like
tuning it up. I mean, getting it so we can get maybe another 20 horsepower.
Stuff. I mean, a simple cam swap will go a long ways on. They do a lot of them next door, but and then just getting it tuned correctly.
Right.
They'll see 20, 30, 40 horsepower like nothing. Yeah.
So without a boost.
Without boost. Right. And a little bit of boost, it'll be fine on. Yeah. You do start getting into problems when you really start getting up there. 10, 12, 14 pounds, stuff like that. That's
do you build a lot of motors with boost or no?
Some of them, we do a lot of LS stuff with boost. Yeah, we do.
And what's the most popular boost?
Like how much pounds? How many pounds?
No, I mean,
or like a turbo or like a supercharger.
Yeah.
Mostly a blower setup, like a supercharger setup,
Yeah.
like a Whipple or something
Why?
like that. It's because it's easy. You just bolt it on.
Yeah.
It just bolts on.
Yeah.
Turbo stuff, there's a lot more to it.
Yeah, I know. It's all about the exhaust.
It's correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
But mostly a Whipple setup, something like
So
that.
if I bring you a motor here, any kind of motor,
right.
How long are you working behind here? In other words, when would I be able to see my job done?
Here it all kind of varies, I mean, really, if we can get parts, every motor in here pretty much has a deadline, and my racers have been with me for the last 10 years. They're about top priority.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
how
really,
much would an engine for them take you run it through the shop?
Oh, we can turn one around in a week. Really, if it's one of my motors, if I know what motor it is, I know what combination's in it, I can turn it around in a week. Like for my TA2 stuff, I know exactly what combination it is. I know exactly what motor it is. I have all the spec before the motor even gets here.
So if I want one of those motors and I say, you build it, this is what I'm going to use it for. You build it, you know it.
Right.
I'm in on the top shelf.
Right.
Got you.
Yep. Oh yeah. No, if you want it, right. No, we can definitely make it happen.
I mean, do you have a catalog of stuff that you have?
No. It's coming. But we've just been so busy that I've kind of started it and stuff like that, and kind of my combinations and kind of my parts, but not there yet.
Yeah.
But it's coming. It is coming. We just came up with our new line of cylinder heads, some VR cylinder heads for the LS3 based stuff. We're gonna start there and kind of venture out from that, but that's still early on in its program.
Man, I'm telling you, it gives me chill bumps to be in here. I love this place.
Right. Yeah.
I'm an engine guy from way back.
Yes. Yeah. No. I think it's better than all these other shops. Of course, that's between you and I. But
yeah, exactly. Of course.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. No.
Well, nice. It's nice to talk to you, and it's an honor to meet you. And you have a great family here, and it's a great operation.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. No, we love it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. No.
Appreciate
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Come up here. This is the place to go. He's the guy, Dylan Samson. There you go.
The original group of Lupy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Lupy Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Lupy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupy Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is having another car social Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. It's a car cruise-in like no other. Expect Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Corvettes, and the featured brand Porsche. Get social at this special cruise-in event. You'll also see Gulf Coast Auto Shield's private workshop and learn about their many products and services. Questions are welcomed. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway near West Airport Boulevard, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The Car Social featuring Porsche takes place Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. Tell your friends, and no matter what car you have, bring it and enjoy this rare opportunity to see some of Houston's finest rides. In Wheel Time will bring its car talk show there too, so join us for another Car Social at Gulf Coast Auto Shield, Saturday morning, May 18th, 8 to 11 at 11275 I-25 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. Visit gcautoshield.com to see the show flyer for more details.
Hey, we're still hanging out down here at Victoria at the town square in the big celebration for 200 years. Got the orchestra playing, got high school, we got some live music. There's food, lots of things going on, and lots of cool cars, including Brent New with his 56 Ford here, and he's going to tell us about it.
Yes, sir.
So let's tell us what you got here.
It's 1956 F100, Pacific Blue paint job. It's all Ford 302 AOD automatic transmission. It's actually a 1986 Lincoln Town Car, front suspension, Ford Ranger rear end.
So it's still all Ford stuff?
Oh yeah, all Ford. Wouldn't have it any other way. We can walk around.
Now this isn't the way the hood opens from the factory, is it?
Yeah, suicide hood.
See, I would have called it a tilt, but it's not really a tilt front end, but suicide works.
I like that word. But yeah, we got the American racing wheels. We can come to the interior.
Now tell me about the motor again.
It is a 302.
Late model 302?
Yes, sir. It's a mid-80s model. I got plans to rebuild it soon. But it runs down the highway pretty well.
Well, that's what you want on a street car.
Oh, yeah.
Got a KN, got headers on it?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Interior, trying to keep it as stock as possible. Yeah, I mean, original gas pedal, original brake pedal location. It's got the GM steering column.
You had to have one Chevrolet thing in here, huh? Getting a little dark, and it also feels like a little rain coming in here.
Ooh, sure enough. Yep.
Feeling a drip.
It's got a custom-made bed cover, 15-gallon fuel cell.
Oh, nice. I was wondering where the fuel filler was.
Yep.
Got the wood slats in the bed.
Yes, sir.
All redone nice and neat.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you see it, but it's got recessed taillights in the roll pan.
Oh yeah. Smooth tailgate.
Yeah, factory, the original tailgate.
Is it?
Still on it. Yep. Sure is.
Nice job. Custom latches. Very good.
Yeah, and
what size are those?
They're 20-inch in the rear, 18s up front.
Yeah, it fills it up really nice.
Yeah, thank you. It's got a dummy fuel tank. Yeah.
Better than a bunch of body work.
Yeah, right.
And it drives
yeah,
good?
that's it. It drives great.
Yeah, you were
we were
saying,
running 75 on the way here, just cold AC.
Nice.
If you look in here, we got a vacuum pump, and it's got the original windshield wiper motor, vacuum controlled.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So why? Just because?
Yeah, just it
Because
was
you
there,
can?
and it's cool. Still has a factory knob to run it and everything.
Very good. I like the suspension up front. You did a nice job there because it doesn't look, it doesn't make it look weird.
Yeah.
Sits really nice.
Yeah, and that's just, I rebuilt the whole front end here a couple months ago, all new components.
So the suicide hood that you're talking about now, is that a kit or did you design all that?
No, it's a kit you can buy. several different places.
Cool. And you said you were from Wharton?
Angleton.
Angleton.
Yeah.
I knew that. That's not too far.
Nah.
Is this your first tour, or you were here
Third.
last year? Third.
Yeah.
So you're all the way.
Yeah. We brought this the first year, and then last year we brought my Mustang.
What kind of Mustang you got?
It's 84 GT convertible.
Yeehaw. Be nice on a day like today. It's overcast. Yeah. Ford all the way, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm a Ford guy. Everything owns Ford.
Well, very good. This is very nice. I love the color of it. I saw it earlier in the day when the sun was trying to come out. It looked really sharp. I mean, it shines nice.
Oh yeah. Appreciate it.
So, yeah. Well, I want to thank you again for taking the time to talk to us and share your story about your truck.
Oh yeah.
Hope you enjoy the rest of the tour, and we will see you someplace along the way.
Yep, sounds good.
Thank you again. Howdy ho, folks. We're still out here at the Hot Rod Tour of Texas in Victoria, Texas. We're still down here on the town square where they've got the celebration going on with the city, 200 years old. The symphony's out here, 60 years old. And of course, the Hot Rod Tour of Texas is here. A lot of things going on out here and a lot of really cool cars like this 32 Ford that Mike Wilson has brought with him. And he's going to give us a quick tour.
Okay, I'll be glad to. So it's a 32 Ford Roadster. It's fiberglass body. This is a 1958 392 Hemi out of an Imperial. It dynoed at 750 when we had it out before the second build. Straight axle car. I'll be glad you want to see the interior. Or these are two 650 Hollies.
You said it was 392.
It's a 392, 30 over, right at 400 cube. And dyno is 750.
Kind of old school hot rod. You don't see a lot of 392s anymore.
It's, as a matter of fact, old school. This is an Ed Pink blower.
Really?
Guys who knew old stuff know it's an Ed Pink. That's what this EP is for Ed Pink blower.
Oh, okay.
Ed Pink used to build motors, and he did a blower
NHRA
too.
used to build the big monster
Exactly.
motors.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So it's all ceramic coated. I tried to run it with just the Donovan valve covers as they came, but even water would stain it.
Really?
So enough of that.
Yeah.
So I had it ceramic coated. It works a lot better.
How long have you had it?
10 years.
10 years.
Yep. Spent a year in my garage of finishing the wells on the frame. I actually got it from an old-time hot rodder in San Antonio named Kit Carlisle. But he was going to do something different with it than I wanted to. So I got it. And
so it was kind of a project car when you got it?
Exactly. And Bob Fodge built it. Bob Fodge is a notorious Hemi builder. He does great fabrication work, so he fabricated the car, and Mike Ellis painted it out of San Antonio. So
you're from San Antonio?
I am.
A nice little drive over here then.
So the interior, I've seen a lot of Roadsters that had leather all around.
Yes.
And I just didn't feel like that fit this car, knowing what I was going to do with it. So I kept it in an industrial kind of look. And it is...
But it fits.
It fits the nostalgic arena when I used to run the AA Street Roadsters in the 60s.
I was looking earlier at your tires here.
Yeah, cheater slicks.
Yeah. I didn't know if that's what they still called them or not.
Well, that's what I call them. I mean, I grew up in that age. It's got two grooves. It's a cheater slick, as far as we're concerned.
Right. Makes it a little more streetable.
Yeah, a little bit. But when it's wet, it's wet. It doesn't matter.
It's not going to help you
It
at all.
doesn't matter. So the
Is this y'all's car?
yeah,
How much horsepower does it have?
750. So this is Mike Ellis and I designed this beast piece because the license plate says a beast. When you turn the ignition on, it
Yeah.
drops down. Here, I'll show you. If you'll take a shot right there. Wait, let me turn the battery on.
It's a hot rod, man.
Well, I try to keep it shut down so it doesn't wander off.
What gen is that motor? Is that
58.
58? Yeah. Is that out of the New Yorker?
Imperial.
Now that is awesome. That license plate drops down when he goes to start the car. Otherwise, it pulls up, out of sight, out of mind. Nobody's going to grab it. That is really, really cool. Got the on-off switch on the battery, so you don't have to worry about that too much.
No, I keep it locked up where nobody can get to it.
But just in case.
Just in case.
I understand. Sounded pretty good when you came by earlier.
It is. It's healthy.
What kind of rear end you got under it?
Pardon me?
The rear end?
It's a 9-inch Ford. Has a spool in it, so it locks up pretty quick. It's a turbo 400, 3-speed.
I love the black on the body. And I know you said it was glass, but even some glass cars, not everybody can wear black.
Yeah, you're right. It needs to be really straight.
It's got to be straight.
But Mike Ellis is such a superior painter. He made sure it was right before we put any paint on it.
And you drove it from San Antonio?
Yes.
Is that an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe?
Yep, almost 2. Almost 2.
How does it drive?
Good.
Enough weight out of the engine to keep that straight front axle down?
It does keep the nose down, that's for sure. I mean, you're talking about 1,000 pounds up front. The car only weighs 2,200 as it is.
Well, I can imagine just going down the highway at highway speeds that it could get light up front if you didn't have that extra weight.
It rides really good straight.
Different. Yeah,
So it rides really good.
Well, good. Glad to hear it. That's what they're made for, is to drive. You're going all the way through to Shiner, then on up to New Braunfels and Fredericksburg?
We're here for the whole trip.
Very good.
Well, I had it measured out at a little over 400 for San Antonio, but it may be closer to 5 by the time we get through. I don't know.
Well, as long as it's street drivable, you're in good shape.
I am.
So I want to thank you again for taking the time, Mike, to tell us about your 32 Ford, 392 Hemi, straight front axle. This is a hot rod.
It is a hot
It is
rod.
on the Hot Rod Tour of Texas.
I can say one thing about it, that you can't hardly find guys that will say this. I wouldn't change a thing about it. After I've had it for 8 years, I wouldn't change a thing about it.
Most guys say, well, the next one I build, I'm going to change.
I know.
So that's great.
Mine turned
Good
out
for
just
you.
the way I had it envisioned.
Very good. Beautiful car.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to us, man.
Thank you.
Have fun.
I appreciate it. Thank you for
ProAm Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. ProAm is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. ProAm is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, ProAm's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. ProAm not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. ProAm is now reaching a worldwide audience through ProAm.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At ProAm Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and ProAm will lend you a hand. ProAm Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupy Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org. Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th, you're invited to enjoy the 28th annual Keels and Wheels Concours d'Elegance. See the largest collection of classic cars and boats in the U.S. on display at the beautiful Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. This year's Keels and Wheels features 60 years of Ford Mustangs and Donzi boats. There's plenty of free parking and discount tickets are available online at keels-wheels.com. It's Keels and Wheels, Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook. In Wheel Time will be there too. We'll see you there.
This is the Wild Bunch coming down from Fort Worth down here to check out the movie. I don't see your costumes. That's true. Who's got the wedding dress though is a really question.
He's getting married next. Wedding dress. I'll get married next. We all got a birthday suit we can put on for you.
Okay. Gotta go. Gotta go. How y'all doing? Ready for the movie? It's a nice Chevelle.
Thank you.
LED headlights?
Oh yeah. You guys better see it now. Oh, the other ones were killing me. I couldn't see a thing.
Nice touch. Aha. I hadn't seen you before. Saw y'all yesterday. Where's your costumes? Nobody's in a costume for the movie. How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Really nice out here.
Yes, sir. Y'all are doing a great job.
Thank you. I wish I was, but all I'm doing is taking pictures of it. They're working hard. Ooh, nice Camaro. Very nice Camaro. GTO is always good.
Daddy, my hat fell off. I said it to him. Daddy, my hat fell off. Yeah. Too bad your head was.
So it's the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. We're at the drive-in, Stars and Stripes drive-in. Movie's going to be starting before long. Everybody's here enjoying the time out. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful sunset going down with the cars. What more could you ask for? So we're going to look at a few more of the cars that are here with the Hot Rod Tour of Texas at the special showing of Smokey and the Bandit. It's Texas, so we got lots of trucks, of course. We're going to ease on down this row here. Popcorn. Got to have popcorn at the movies. Jeff, here's your Cadillac. Uh-oh. I see a wedding dress, and I see a brown uniform. A lot of square bodies. Square bodies are real popular this year. And of course, we've got the State Ranger. This is Bobby Sparkman's car. He's one of the guys, one of the masterminds behind this Hot Rod Tour of Texas. A great event if you're looking for something to do with the family and do with cars. So Bobby did drive this up from Victoria. So it's not just a show car. He's actually driving this Edsel, black and white. And again, we're going to set it up against the sunset. The weather's great. This is the place to be. Hot Rod Tour of Texas 2024.
Tour of Texas, Bobby Sparkman. We always talk to him on Zoom calls. We don't really have that much time with him in person. So we thought, well, we're all here for the Hot Rod Tour of Texas 2024 edition. So we thought we'd talk to him in front of the merch trailer this year. We have a merch trailer. You borrowing that or did you buy it?
We bought it. Me and Jeremy went in together.
You didn't buy it, I helped you buy it.
You helped us. That's all the participants here helped.
Exactly. So we have actual rides that came from the Hot Rod Tour of Texas, namely Jeremy and Bobby. So why don't you, shall we start with the yellow truck?
Jeremy's right there.
No, but you know all about this.
This is Jeremy's F100.
Yeah.
It's got a Crown Victoria suspension underneath it, and his son's foot hanging out the driver's window. And then beside that, we've got my 1959 Edsel Ranger, kind of dressed up like a police car.
Frame also.
That one's on a 2000 Lincoln Town Car. Everything underneath it's the 2000 Lincoln Town Car, including the dash cluster is out of the 2000 Lincoln.
And what about the motor in that?
Same thing, all 2000 Lincoln, even the fuel tank, everything. And that one we decorated with the Texas flag on the roof.
And what about my Shelby GT500?
That is Fidel's. That is our IT guy who's got the 500, and that is a sweet little car.
Yeah, I can tell.
And there's a daily driver. Believe it or not, he drives that car every day.
What's that, about 800 horsepower?
Yeah, a little over 800.
Yeah.
He's starting to decorate it under the hood with some carbon fiber. He really likes the carbon fiber.
And you like to rub it in, don't you?
Oh yeah. We're kind of a variety. We got some old junk, and Fidel's got the real nice shiny car.
No. It's all good. We that's what this is all about.
It is.
So how's it going? Here we are on a Friday night. We're at Samson's Performance up here, right outside of San Antonio, and it seems to me like this is the smoothest it's ever been.
It is. It's a happening place.
You know, I think
Samson's long-term friends of ours.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the greatest things was the police escorts and the police in all the little cities that we went through stopping traffic and letting us go through.
Yes,
It
yes,
makes it
absolutely.
much smoother. Yeah.
And the little town of Moulton and Yoakum, all the
my
kids on the
gosh.
side.
Yeah, yeah. The Moulton won this year.
Yeah, they
Last
won this year. It was a race between Yoakum and Moulton, but Moulton definitely won this year.
Yeah,
And law enforcement pretty much followed us all the way up here from just one place to another.
That was definitely a good time. So tonight we're going to be headed out to the drive-in, the Stars and Stripes drive-in. Yeah, and we're going to get to see
Smokey and the Bandit, the original.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. Last year it rained.
It rained. It held last year,
yeah.
right before the movie started.
Yeah.
But then it blew out and went away, and we
continued
rolled on with the movie.
So then tomorrow morning, for those bleary-eyed people that can get up and get on the tour, what time does the tour leave New Braunfels?
We will leave about 9 o'clock in the morning.
9 o'clock?
8:30, 9 o'clock.
And we head north up to Fredericksburg.
That's right. We'll meet at Gateway Classic Cars here in New Braunfels. And then we're going to go up, straight from here, we're going to go to Dripping Springs.
Yeah.
We're going to take the windy roads up Devil's Backbone. Fun roads you'll like in a Corvette.
Absolutely. Yeah. I wanted to really get on it and do some passing, but I thought, no, I'm just going to lay back right now. So that's what I did today. And it worked out just fine. It's funny how you can kind of buddy up with people on the road. You can't see their faces, but everybody's maneuvering, and you get somebody.
And you can see the variety of cars.
Yeah.
And I had done a check the other night, and 87% are repeats. They've done 3 years of the tour since they've been with us. They've been with us since the beginning, and
I heard rumors that
we're all becoming really good friends. 350 cars worth of people
and friends. Yeah, exactly. We're looking forward to actually hearing about next year's event. Are you going to give us any teases?
You guys will be first to hear about it.
I'm sure. And I got a feeling
there will be some track time next year.
Yeah.
There will
I think
be
you
some
mentioned
track
that
time.
on the air in this past interview that we had.
There will be some. I can't say where or when, but there will be some track time. It will occur the last weekend of April again.
Well, you and Jeremy do a great job putting this together.
Well, thank you.
And we love you guys.
How did you like the kickoff party?
It was awesome. It was great.
Symphony.
They had the symphony down there.
Full orchestra.
Yep. We did a little video out there with the symphony, kind of a preview of what was to come. And that downtown area, man, that is a sweet little downtown.
It is a very, very beautiful place.
Yep.
We've been asking for it for a long time, and they delivered.
I'm thinking about the in-wheel time hamburgers and tequilas.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
And then you can come and visit us weekly. It's good to talk to you.
We're going to be heading your way next year.
I love it. Maybe we can make a stop at Hemi Hideout.
That would be fantastic.
Well, I can help you with that.
Well, that would be fantastic.
I have friends in low places.
That would be an awesome deal.
Thank you. Hot Rod Tour of Texas.
And in Will Time.
This is us.
The original group of Lupy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupy Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana? Stop in at the Lupy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupy Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is having another car social Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. It's a car cruise-in like no other. Expect Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Corvettes, and the featured brand Porsche. Get social at this special cruise-in event. You'll also see Gulf Coast Auto Shield's private workshop and learn about their many products and services. Questions are welcomed. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway near West Airport Boulevard, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The Car Social featuring Porsche takes place Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. Tell your friends, and no matter what car you have, bring it and enjoy this rare opportunity to see some of Houston's finest rides. In Wheel Time will bring its car talk show there too, so join us for another Car Social at Gulf Coast Auto Shield, Saturday morning, May 18th, 8 to 11 at 11275 125 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. Visit gcautoshield.com to see the show flyer for more details.